And everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It is your boy West Coast, and we are here, man, for your edition of Can't Sleep Cowboys. You want to know why? Because you're just getting home off work. Well, y'all probably been off. It's 8 o'clock out here in Cali, but you been at home. You didn't heard about the scrimmage. You didn't took a shower. You didn't ate your favorite meal, and you're still pissed off. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So we are here. We are here to dissect this scrimmage today, get you right in your mind so that you can go ahead and lay it down and we can do it again tomorrow, man. And to do that, I had to go get 3 of my buddies, man. These ain't even buddies. This is Cowboy family right now, man. As BG says, Cowboy cousin, man. Hey, man, I got Boss Cowboy in the building, man. What's up with you, boss?
What's up with it, man?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm actually doing real good. How you doing?
I'm blessed. Hey, we good on your channel?
Yeah, man. I'm putting a thumbnail on it now. Let's get it.
Thank you for reminding me. I told y'all I'm new with the YouTube thing. All right. Beside him, man, we got the Henny, man. What's up with you, Henny Cowboy?
Man, up here, man. It's ready to get into it. I got a lot to say about this shit.
I heard that. And he only 37 seconds in, he and already uses one cuss word for the day. Bing, ding, ding. He is out. He is out, y'all. 36 seconds left into the game. He already out of timeouts. That was not good. That boy used that old Mike McCarthy clock management. Let me find out he thought he had another timeout. All right, and beside Henny, man, we got the Bishop, man. I have a witness here. What's up with you, Bishop, man? How you doing tonight, man?
I'm sorry I can't hear you because the crowd goes wild. I come in the building, so I'm sorry about that. But thank you for that. I'm good. I'm here, man. Let's go to work.
I heard that, man. And I appreciate it. I see, boss got them sound effects over there too, man. So we might get in a 3-way battle tonight, man. So y'all already know what it is on those sound effects, yo. But hey, man. Hey, we got the 4 amigos, man, of Cowboy Talk Sports. We on here live, man. We got a gang of people watching tonight. We got 105 people watching on West Coast Facebook. We got a gang of people watching on. Actually, I'm trying to pull my YouTube up, but I know Boss is killing it on YouTube somewhere over there. So I know he got at least 100 and something. And if we don't, you know what that means? That means you guys are not sharing the content. I want to let something be clear real quick, right? YouTube has a share button too. You know what I'm saying? Not just Facebook. You guys that have those because listen, we didn't help you guys. We didn't make y'all understand on Facebook y'all supposed to share, but YouTube got a share button too.
It does,
and it works, and it
works well.
It works well. It looks just like an Eagles fan's girlfriend's nose, real beakish, real big at the top, real stout, like you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not. You can't really miss it. You know what I'm saying. Well, I need you guys to show that thing some attention right now. I need every single person right now.
Yeah, like at 1, 2, 3.
Share.
For real.
Share.
Do it.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now that everybody is shared, listen, I want everybody to know we're going to have a great show tonight, but I'm going to tell y'all this right here, man. Unfortunately, man, Jerry Jones ain't giving us no grant to do this for free, right? So we going to need y'all to hit that star button tonight, and we're also going to need you guys to hit that super chat button. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right here. We are committed to reading as many smart comments as we possibly can. Remember, I said smart. But I don't give a damn how dumb your comment is. If you put a super chat or a star, I'm reading it. You feel me? So you better be, you ain't even got to be punctually correct. I ain't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? But we going to have ourselves a good time, man. I think we did enough introductions. I got these guys up. Let's rock. Let's get into it right now, right off the rip, man. Listen, I did a 5-minute video. I kind of told you guys my opinion. It got 12,000 views. So you guys supported the heck out of it. So this is what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to start at the end, and we going to, not at necessarily the end, but the last person I introduced. We're going to start with Bishop, man, and I'm going to ask you guys very quickly. You got 3-4 minutes. What was your general thoughts of today's practice?
I guess I'm starting it off. So
yes, sir.
I saw a few positives just to go, make it real quick, but I saw one gigantic negatives. The positives: Dak looked sharp. CeeDee looking real good. No question about that. He baking people out there today. Noah Brown looked pretty good as well. Those are my positives, and I'm gonna get out the way to let you you guys have it. The big negative, Coach McCarthy. The reason why I say Coach McCarthy is because of the press conference that he had previously before they even flew to Denver. He was talking about the fights and you're going to be ejected if the fights and all that kind of stuff. And it brought the wrong tone and it brought the wrong attitude going into it, because if you were watching the practice today, we got bullied. In some instances, we look soft out there. That's just the bottom line. Tyler Biadasz, horrible. The only guy that didn't care anything about Coach McCarthy and what he had to say was Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele got in about 3 fights today.
On my mama.
Terrence Steele was the only one that was out there that saying, man, I don't care nothing about getting ejected. I'm going after folks today. And that's exactly what he did. And he was a tone setter. He was the enforcer. I applaud him naturally. All this big talk about Ezekiel getting hit by Chubb. Zeke wasn't even running fast. He's supposed to get knocked down like that if you ain't running fast. Good Lord.
Facts.
But Terrence Steele, man, that's what we needed. We need to, if you're going to be physical, you got to take advantage of every opportunity when the chance comes for you to be physical. We weren't really physical like I wanted us to be today. That's what I got out of West.
Henny, man, you up next. Let me know what you thought. What you thought, man? And remember, you out of cuss words, so go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna be kind about it. I'm gonna be sort of sweet. So I was very happy about what I saw from CeeDee Lamb today. So he put some great moves on number 13. Walked right into the end zone, but I was actually more impressed with how he got open against Pat Surtain. Because Pat is their number 1 corner. We're being honest going into this year, and that's the question I had about CeeDee Lamb. If he can consistently get separation and make plays against guys that are considered elite cornerbacks in the league. Well, Pat Surtain, I know he's only going through his 2nd year, but the boy's a dog. He proved that he was the number 1 dog with that defense last year, at least in the secondary. So the fact that he was able to make a play against him, well, multiple plays against him actually. I think he had a play go for like 25 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So that is my positive from the camp, because I saw what I wanted to see from CeeDee Lamb. I still need to see him do better against double coverage when the time comes. But exactly what he was saying, the offensive line was abysmal to say the least. No fight, guys getting pushed around, and they still were sloppy. There were still way too many penalties. They were still holding out there. They were still moving off sides, still snapping fractions. And, that coupled with the fact that they were getting pumped did not sit well with me. So you didn't play clean. And then on top of that, you were still sloppy with your penalties. So it was the wrong energy to even put out there. So I can't cuss, so I'm gonna limit what I said. I'm gonna go ahead and let Boss.
Let me hear something, Boss.
Man, shout out, man. Thanks for the super chat, Mucho Boom. He said Casino still tuned in. Salute to Boston the fellas. What's up, my brother?
What's up, Macho?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna talk about some of the good things first, because I really feel like it's I have a different fault than most people, so I'm gonna say that one. But I'm gonna say this first, man. Shout out to Noah Brown. Because Noah Brown, he played with the urgency that I wanted to see. He played faster than he's been practicing. And, when you're trying to see the guys who really want to go after that receiver 3, receiver 2, I want to see what you go do against the opponent, and I want to see what you go do against good opponents. I was honestly sick of seeing him go against 2nd and 3rd teamers and then it being highlighted. So to see him going against starters and still getting out fast was a delight. And he was very fast. He did put in my imagination at least some Cedric Wilson vibes from last year, right? Which is a decent enough number 3 to make them plays at pivotal moment. It looked like he made some changes to his body. It showed up. So also Dennis Houston. Dennis Houston is still being Mr. Reliable, Mr. Steady Eddie, so catching everything, playing fast, and then Simi Fehoko, watching him get steps on starters. and pretty much making plays, and got endorsed by Dez and looking like he might even live up to it. So number three, the number two position right now, man, I'm starting to rest a whole lot easier from that practice than I did yesterday. And that's honest. And to be honest, none of us was really worried about as much as what we saw today as what we were about those receivers. So that's I mean, I'm not gonna let nothing steal my joy. I can't wait to talk about the softness. But I'm gonna wait till my next go around on that. But I want to highlight that, and I want to definitely take big time point on Dak. Like Dak arm looks good. Mm-hmm. I'm not as high on CeeDee right now because I saw more of the same. I saw him making the plays, but then I saw 2 concentration drops. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that. And especially 2 concentration drops in a row. I want to see you have ball security. I want you to look that ball in. I want you to lead these guys. You are the new leader of that receiver room. And I can't have no room to where the number 3 guys are looking like they're more reliable than you. So you got to live up to that. That's a high bar to be the number 1. So obviously I'm going to be tougher on my analysis on him. Even though I like the big plays that he made, it's not those great plays, it's those bonehead plays, that can cost a game. So I want to see more, and I'm just talking about that group for right now. I want to see more out of him in terms of the consistency, but I did like what I saw out of him in terms of having that playmaker side of him.
Yeah, and I mean, because you guys you saw my video, so y'all kind of already know how I was feeling as far as the overall. But just now that I've kind of talked about it a few things, I'm able to see past those things. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in coach mode, and I'm gonna be honest with you, in a coach mode, we never have time to sit around and talk about the positives. You know what I'm saying? We pay for the positives. You got paid for it. You did your job. You're on the team. Congratulations. Now it's time to go to work. That's my mindset. You know what I'm saying? So. But when I look in the overall, my boy Zeke was running healthy. Dak Prescott looks like Dak Prescott. Who else? CeeDee Lamb, man. CeeDee Lamb did his job. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I feel like I'm hard on CeeDee Lamb because I feel like him doing his job is not going to get him that pie in the sky that I know he truly wants. So I'm always going to want more from CeeDee Lamb. And there was still some times where his body language, and people are going to be like, oh, man, you can't be talking about body language. Yes, you can talk about body language, man. Especially after someone cussed out your quarterback, bro. Like, if somebody's in the midst of cussing out your quarterback, bro, I just feel like you should have a little bit more like fieriness in you. Now, listen to me. People say, oh, that's not CeeDee Lamb. I don't give a damn. It ain't got to be to you. From what I hear, Dennis Rodman don't just walk around slapping people in real life, but he did it on a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? He did it on a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? And, so that's and my thing with CeeDee Lamb is like, listen, CeeDee, brother, when they say vet receiver, they're really saying somebody better than you. You need to be going out there fighting against that. If you're not going to fight it against, because Dez would have told y'all to shut up a long time ago. I'm the number 1 dog. Hell, you mean we don't need nobody else? We need me and Jesus and the quarterback throwing the ball. That's what Dez would have told you, right? But see, CeeDee's more like Amari Cooper. He not going to go out there and tell y'all to shut up. He not going to do that. Amari Cooper just going to let you talk, and then he going to go out there and burn you up. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But my thing is this, CeeDee, why we didn't see that in your play today, man? Listen to me. I don't believe that a person can play 110% for 60 snaps. That's not realistic. You can play 110% on 2 snaps and pay 100% on all the rest. You know what I'm saying? People's bodies aren't able to just exert all that. But what I'm saying is your body knows there are heightened times where you got to do something. And those are the big moments. And I feel like this, CeeDee Lamb, when are you going to, and I just feel like I see the same CeeDee Lamb, and I'm sorry, but we're not asking for the same CeeDee Lamb from last year is not going to be enough. And
that was the same, man.
And this is the sad part about it is this is one of those cakes.
Calm but not consistent.
Yes, man. And this is one of those cakes where you're not going to know if it's good or bad until that mother effer is sitting on the table with icing on it.
Yeah, you got to be consistent.
It's gonna
man,
be too late, bruh. It's gonna be too
look
late.
at what Hopkins did, man. Like, if you say that Hopkins is the guy you model your game after, go look at how many drops he had in a season.
Look at the body language, though, man. His body language just be like,
yeah, you know. Well, there's one thing I want to say too, if you don't mind, big dog.
Go ahead.
Because I'm hearing a lot about this South stuff, and it's really kind of frustrating me because we are a corporate team. And we're a corporate team because, let's be honest, our fans corporate.
Facts.
I'm finna keep it real, bro. I'm finna keep it all the way real, bro. Yeah, I might as well get ready. So I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear shit, bro, like from my fans about South, because you South. See, who was the dude that was fighting? Randy Gregory. How many of y'all was actually upset when he got off this team? None of y'all. What did y'all do? You kissed up the front office, didn't you? You kissed up, even though they dropped the ball. Yeah, and Randy was an emotional leader on his team. Yes, he was. So I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it from. I don't want to hear nothing about we South, because you South. So the next time Odell Beckham is up, and instead, we gonna be a cancer. Oh, because see, I remember our fans when Odell Beckham wanted to see. If you say you want gangsters, don't cry when boys have passion.
Yep. When it's time, don't cry when it's time to do gangster stuff.
Because see, that's what we gonna do again. We gonna stick our nose up when there are guys that's out there and they're a little bit extra, right? We gonna turn to that corporate BS like we do. Oh, no, we don't want them. We don't want them on the team. Do you know your history? Do you know that Henny threw a helmet at Jerry? Did you know that, dog? Through a wall, dog. So no, they not South, we South. When we start wanting gangsters, they don't want gangsters. That's what's going on. So because what happened is West Coast get called negative, Big Time get called negative, Hennessy get called negative, Law get called negative. When we are talking about when we want some boys on this team with some certain mentalities. That's exactly what happened. So then I ain't surprised at all. I mean, I ain't surprised at all that because dog, you got to think about it. We went up to Denver, bro. If you go, dog, I swear to God, I wish somebody would come to my practice facility, bro, where I did 2 days, where I was throwing up. And you think you finna walk in here and it's not finna be some fights? Bro, you know, fuck my stadium. That's my one curse word. You at my house, dog. So what did you expect? So if we didn't even go in that building looking to fight, man, I blame coaching, bro. Like, that should have been one of them, bro. Listen, man, I know we said, hey, I know we trying to protect each other, but it was obvious that they was doing extra. They was doing extra on every play, dog.
Facts.
And every play, dog, that like it was one thing punching at the ball and punching me in the ball, bro. See, I'm peeping all of that, bro. And we went in there, and you could tell they level of physicality, they level of dogness was recruited to be what that is. So when you ran up in the Denver and they got the slapping boys, it's because they was recruited to be that, dog. We recruit corporate guys and then want them to be dogs. Dog, make up your mind.
Facts. Let me get a look. Go ahead, Bishop.
Well, yeah, I hate to be repetitive, but that tone was set by Coach McCarthy, and he did it before they even got on the airplane. So it already was talking about, we're not fighting. We just going up there to work. We just going up there to work. We just going up there to work. And the only one that did not get that memo from at least my eyes was Terrence Steele. Yep. That's the only one that didn't get the memo, and that was the tone setter. That's supposed to be the tone, especially when you're trying to present yourself as a physical football team.
Right.
Today was not a first impression about being a physical football team
at all.
You needed about three. I mean, we had Randy Gregory just walking walking from side to side, just talking much trash. Ain't nobody pushed them. Ain't nobody got them out their face. I mean, that's just it really, it's soft that it's just so charming, like soft that I can't stand, man. And Saturday, I'm gonna be interested just to see the tone, how they come out, how physical. I mean, we've been talking about it all, summer long. The West Coast have done it. Boss has done it on his show. We got to run the football. You ain't run no football like this.
Nope.
I mean, that's just bottom line. You're not running football like this.
No.
You're gonna get destroyed. Actually,
And
you're
like
gonna
you
get
said,
killed. You're gonna have to change. I'm interested to see the tone on Saturday. That's what I'm looking for. I don't care about no score. I want to see the tone that's gonna be set from the beginning of the game. How physical you gonna be, because that's what it's gonna take to do what everybody think that we need to do.
Facts.
Shout out to J Tug, man.
Hey, and I'm gonna say something, man, because I know a lot of people are kind of making correlations or trying to make correlations. They didn't, nobody was pushing around on the Dallas Cowboys defense. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys, and I'm not trying to dehumanize anybody, but in a football world, the offense is more or less like the female in the relationship. The defense is like the male in the relationship. Like, the defense is, honey, I'm home with the food. The offense goes and makes it all look pretty. You know what I'm saying? That's been the life that I've always lived playing football. The grimy dudes was on defense. So it's not necessarily about, the Denver Broncos offense should have picked on the defense. When you're on offense, you don't have time to pick on somebody. Why? Because you're too focused on doing the play. You know what I'm saying? And then you also, I'm going to tell you something too. The Dallas Cowboys offense, it's like this. The offense and the defense, they're both playing at the same time. So it's like they were on two different fields. So it's like you can't even really see.
Yeah, you can't judge defense. We don't know what happened over there, man.
Yeah, the defense is just.
The film was on the offense.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you this right here. The defense came in cocky, not even cocky, but the defense came in confident where it's like they didn't have to do this. The reason why the Denver Broncos offense and why they were so overt like this, I mean, the defense, the Denver Broncos defense was so overt towards our offense is because if you really look at it, our offense should be better. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you the exact same thing Boss Cowboy said. Listen to me. This practice was designed yesterday. The Denver Broncos knew they were coming in and doing this yesterday. This was not something they just walked into practice and was like, we're all 99 of us are pissed off right now.
Bro, I gotta jump in real quick.
Hold up. Let me say this to me. But on the flip side, just like we said, Coach McCarthy preached to these guys and told these guys, if you get in a fight, you gotta no. I do believe that the head coach for the Broncos or someone in a leadership role said, you know what? Man, F execution. We're going to run a couple plays, and then we're going to start slanging bodies. And that's exactly what they did.
Hey,
they play us on Saturday. You don't even think about this. Think about this. Denver Broncos they don't care if they could care less if they beat us on Saturday. The damage is already done, bro.
Hey, I got a slightly different theory.
Go.
I think this was player-led. I swear to God, bro. And just think about the environment, right?
Player-led as far as Denver?
Hear me out. Just hear me out. Check this out. So you minding your business, West Coast. You looking good in that blue, right? You got your, run the damn ball hat. You showing them arms. You doing your thing, bro. Ain't nobody, you minding your business. And then you open your garage and you hear, man, that West Coast, man, he is a mark, dog. That dude, man, he's softer than toilet tissue. Bro, you go perk up. Think about what happened. Randy Gregory signed with Denver. He got away from Dallas, right? Then all of a sudden you hear in the first press conference, we got rid of these guys, 3 impactful players for availability. it was on us why we didn't get Gregory. So he like, bro, I keep hearing my name. I'm over here minding my business. I can't wait till you come to my house. Now, how am I gonna be like that? And I'm a new dog, and I don't rally my homies.
Yeah.
That's common sense, big dog. So that's why that D was like that. That's why, because Randy Gregory was like, I can't wait till that old man is on my field.
Yeah,
and they gonna be extra.
Yeah.
And they gonna be extra because people gotta understand that locker room bulletin board material is real. That's the difference between that extra bit of motivation and not having that motivation. I swear to God, this thing was player led. Because that's why Grandy had about 3 fights and he wasn't even practicing.
Yes,
and that's why that D was going. That's why that D line. Think about it. That's why that D line was going at Dak. They man, F you, Dak.
Think about this, boss.
But you at our house and see people got to recognize that it's player led on this, big dog. I don't think them coaches had nothing to do with it. I think this was.
Let me tell you why I think they did. And I'm not saying conspiracy, bro. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying this. You know how your daddy say if you get in a fight, you better not come home. He better look as bad as you are. Now he's not condoning you fighting, but I'm gonna tell you this. I saw a coach back Randy Gregory off, and then turn around and let him go do what he wanted to do. Bro, they could have stopped the whole all of this by just asking Randy Gregory to sit his ass down, but they never did one time. They allowed Randy Gregory as the team. Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do you honestly? I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you honestly? Let's think of a pattern. If Michael Gallup was doing that right there, I'm gonna tell you 2 things that would have happened.
Observation was.
Hold on. Let me tell you 2 things that would have happened. The same exact thing that Chris Richard that happened to Chris Richard when Chris Richard went out there and got it cracking at the Eagles game.
Yeah, it was.
And guess what happened? And guess what happened? Our organization the next day made that man apologize, bruh.
So did.
They clipped his balls.
Yeah, so we don't want to win like that.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna tell you why I believe this is an organizational thing. An organization because it was condoned. Bro, if they was really about playing football, this was about a culture, bruh.
It is.
This is also and last thing, boss.
Facts, bro.
Boss. Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna tell you how I really know, bro. You gotta see it like this, man. These practices right here, you know who gets the first dibs at these practice tickets? Season ticket holders, bro. Like this was a show for season ticket holders. Ain't that right, Jay Tuck? Cause see, Jay, every time the Cowboys do something dumb, I always call Jay Tuck and be like, hey man, how you feel about them season ticket holders, bro? We used to pay $20,000 for some tickets, man. The Cowboys just traded Amari Cooper, man. They got Amari Cooper on the tickets.
Hey,
think about that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna step back. I don't want to hog. Also, bro, this is on the real. What I'm getting ready to say. They're a damn good team too, bro.
They gonna be. Yeah. They gonna be.
That's a top 4 team in the whole NFL, bro. I'm saying it right now before they blow up.
With Russ.
Once, bro, they got a D and a out. Bro, that whole D call, bro. That whole D.
Yep. And
they got everything. They got the interior, they got the rush, they got the linebackers now, and they got the secondary. If there's anybody that you want to practice against, is them boys.
Praise God, they play the Chiefs 2 times a year.
Nah, they so I mean, so we still going against some dogs. I just wanted to say that too because one of the tweets I sent you, and I'm gonna be quiet because I've been talking.
No, tell me which one you want.
Oh, okay. Pull this one. The one that talked about steel, showing and how Mike was also getting over on them boys. And he was like, Mike just winning, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with steel being tired. It got something to do with Mike being exceptional. When Michael Gilkin said that one, that tweet.
All right.
Yeah. So that tweet right there is a reflection of how good Mikey is. So it's some things that's happening out there is not as bad as it seems, just to be honest. It's some things that honestly we kind of going a little bit overboard with, you know. And it's another thing you got to add to it, in my opinion, too. To be honest, man, when you playing in Denver, bro, and you playing the Mile High, bro. bro, your whole oxygen gonna be way different practicing up there. I played up there, man. Man, every team struggled with Denver early in the season because of playing in that atmosphere,
they was
bro.
playing at 50%. I don't want to hear that, bro.
I mean, but I'm gonna tell you, that got something to do with it too.
That ain't got nothing to do.
Got something to do with it, man. Yeah, it do, bro.
That ain't got nothing to do.
Go look at it. We're just talking about the facts of how the body work, bro.
I'm talking
and I'm just
about
saying, cats become cowards as a group. I ain't talking about individuals. I'm talking about as a group. When your condition is a factor. Lombardi said that. That's one of the classic sayings. So you telling me the elevation
brought the yellow out of the Dallas Cowboys?
It does, bro. It does, bro. Okay. That's just what it is. I'm giving the other side of you got dudes who used to this condition, training this condition. Why do you think Africans be running the lungs out of people around this world, bro?
Hey, can I ask you a question,
Boss?
Boss, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? First off, we're not talking about physical paralysis. So let's stay on subject right now. We're not talking about physical paralysis. We're not talking about how the Cowboys executed.
I brought that up.
Okay, so listen to me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I agree with you. Now let's get back on subject and talk about mentality. Because bro, you can be burnt out, tired. And to be honest with you, that proves my point even more. Like that proves my point anymore. Because guess what, bro? When you go in a Super Bowl, if that's where we want to go, you have no control over that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Listen. What I'm doing. This ain't no excuse, bro. What this is looking at all the factors.
We're not talking about that, though.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that because I'm saying it from this standpoint. It's a whole lot of factors, including motivation, that led to that piss-poor performance. And I'm saying, so this is what I'm saying. If you get first a message from your coach saying, hey, we're not going to the fight, and add on top of that, you get out there and you're like, boy,
that ain't. If your coach tells you you're getting cut, I'm gonna let Bishop speak because I think I want to know Henny and Bishop's thoughts on this. I want to know y'all. What are y'all thoughts on this? Go ahead,
man.
Go ahead, Gary.
No, I'm just gonna say this real quick because I think it can be both, but I think it is more mental. Because when you think about it like this, man, you go in with the right mindset. If you prepared to play, you can get through any condition. Like if you got your mindset, 49ers had their mind made up. They went to Dallas, punched us in the mouth, beat us down. Turned around next week, went on the road to Lambeau Field in the cold and snow, beat the brakes off Aaron Rodgers in his home stadium. They did not play in ideal situations either week. So they were mentally tough enough and had the game plan, and they executed. So I get what you're saying, boss. Like when you don't have the mindset and you're going into a hostile territory,
and on top of that, it's a whole different oxygen level. It's a whole lot of facts. So I'm not saying it wasn't a mind state. I'm saying when you add bad mind state to bad motivation to bad oxygen levels, that's the equation for a whole soft day.
Okay, so
that's what I'm saying.
You know what that all
I get what you're saying.
And you know what that all boils down to, though? You know what that all boils down to?
What's that?
Because I'm gonna tell you this right here.
And it's motivation.
No, and motivation. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right here.
Soft.
And not even soft. Not even soft. I'm gonna tell y'all what this is.
I say soft.
I mean, you can call it soft, but I mean, if you're gonna call it soft, then we got to throw out the excuses of because listen, soft doesn't judge your physical paralysis. If you're not in shape, then I can't say that you're in. Then basically what you're saying is the Dallas Cowboys should probably go train somewhere other than Oxnard because it sounds like Oxnard with that 70-degree weather made the Dallas Cowboys damn near like they went somewhere totally else and they couldn't do the things that they were able to do. Now
you should hit that bingo button because you just said it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So this
just said it, bro. That's what it is.
Now, yeah, I got you.
That's what it is, bro.
Now, think about this. Now, boss. Let me finish this thought though.
Real quick, bro. You got dudes that's in terrains. Like if I'm training a fight and my gym musty and it's stank and it's grimy, and I'm going against you and your gym just nice, cold, ice water, everything refrigerated. So why is it just on my come up, dog?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, in a performance-based business, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jerry Jones doesn't give a damn about that because he is still perfect.
Well, I know he don't.
But
Hey, going to your point, look how soft training camp was in Oxnard, dog.
Facts.
And then you expect them boys to be gangsters when they run up on gangsters, dog?
No.
Bro, you can't have a soft crew and then be like, we finna be hard right now.
Nope.
Dog, you soft, dog. I know y'all soft and y'all practice soft and y'all all soft, dog. Like, bro, we had one skirmish the entire training camp, bro.
And let me say
it wasn't
something.
Even a fight, it was a skirmish. Everybody like, oh, it was a fight.
Facts.
It was a fight.
Hey, and boss, let me say something. Let me say something real clear. Because I think that people are trying, like I said this earlier, people are saying, yeah, but why didn't they do that to Micah Parsons? Listen to me, you guys. It was not the Denver Broncos offense. Offense does not do that. Like, you can't even rationally ask that question. Well, why wasn't they offense doing that? That's not how it works. It is always the defense that is in the aggression. If anything, you would have wanted your defense to be the one pushing back. So no, they're not gonna burn a whole play to send a guard at Micah Parsons. No, they're not gonna do that. No team is gonna do that. If you're gonna get back on a team, like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you an example. How would have I gotten retribution for Zeke? Getting bushed like that, this is what I would have did. I would have told my third string running back, hey, man, we running a 44 blast, and you're going to run. You see 55, he's a starter. He's on the other field. But we going to run the hell over 51. Why? Because he ain't no starter. He about to feel for what Zeke just got. That's how you get that. That's how you get that get back. You know what I'm saying? And that has to be something like my son, man. If you push my little son down, it's TJ that's coming for you. Like, that is the mentality. And I'm going to tell you what they're also, the Dallas Cowboys, they're not soft. They are a team full of little brothers. Like, they're a team full of little brothers. They're all someone's little brother. But who is the big brother? And I'm going to tell you, the problem with this is people say, oh, it's just a practice. But I'm sorry, guys. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Whatever you do. Sorry about that. Whatever you do.
See, let me tell you, I got a major problem with this, dog. This is what I got a problem with, dog. I got a major problem with Dak out there chirping with the D-line by himself. I got a major problem with that, dog.
Hey, did I leave?
Ain't no way. Bishop gone.
What happened, Bishop?
But, I don't know.
Okay. I'm gone too.
But ain't no way, bro. When I saw Dak over there by himself, like, bro, in what world is that allowed? In what world does the defensive tackles get to woof at your quarterback? And nobody slapped nobody. That's what steal the next play, slap somebody. Because ain't no way you gonna be talking to my quarterback. I got a problem with that big dog.
Facts.
Like, say, bro, if that don't scream corporate America Cowboys, bro, that's just a fact, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Like, this is a big look in the mirror. It's just really look in this mirror.
Go ahead, Bishop.
Let me jump in.
Go ahead, Bishop.
Forgive me, I don't know what happened there, but I can't.
Nah, you good. You back. Go.
The last time that we saw Denver, we got punked out.
True.
Facts.
When you play football, and just about everybody here done played football.
Yeah.
When I played, and every year I knew who was in my district, I knew who was in my division. And if they were on the same grade level that I was in, I kept a mental notebook of the players that I'm going to play against because I'm going to see them again. And if you don't believe that them guys, when they came to Dallas and punked us out last year in Dallas, please understand some of them guys on this saying they know how these guys are. They know how Zach Martin is. They know how Tyron Smith is. They know how Tyler Biadasz is. They already know how these guys are. Now, that's one thing. You got to put that in along with, I agree with Boss about the, the air up there, the way you got to work in. I agree with that part. But please keep that in mind. Here's the second part. It goes back to you, West Coast, in coaching. I think I said it first, but we all agree on it. Listen, the last time that I saw the Cowboys on the field, they got punked out by the San Francisco 49ers. You see what I'm saying? They got punked out by the 49ers. Debo came out there with the radio on, just
in our house. In our house.
Gangster walking our house. And it was no result. We got punked out then. So the very first thing that I see when we're playing somebody else with another helmet on is what?
The same thing.
Punked out again. So, I mean, come on, man. That is flat out coaching. If you don't set the culture of kicking somebody in their throat on that field, you're going to come out just like this. It's just like Boss just said, it is just the truth. We got a corporate owner.
Yep.
We got a corporate GM, the same thing.
Corporate fans.
We got a corporate, look, I know some of y'all ain't going to like this, but we got a corporate quarterback.
Yeah, we do.
Since he got paid, since he got paid,
I'm with you though, Bishop. I'm with you big time.
Since he got paid,
he's more corporate than gangster, but he gangster too.
Corporate, look, our all-pro guard ain't never said nothing.
Right.
He's a dog, Zach Martin is, but he leans toward the corporate side.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith ain't never said that. Y'all know he a dog, but he corporate.
He is.
Winning corporate. That's why folks had a problem with Dez, because he wasn't corporate.
Right.
You see what
I'm saying?
He wasn't
corporate. And see, this is why I got mad earlier, Bishop, because we didn't want him. They wanted Dez to chill. And the fans. There's too much. There's too much. There's a distraction.
And I don't like the vibe, even though I saw him do it. I don't like the vibe that CeeDee gave me today because he played corporate.
Wait.
Listen, the CeeDee at Oklahoma was showtime. Do you understand me? When he got his first year, he was doing all this.
Showtime.
He was showtime. Now all of a sudden he don't want to do nothing, no celebration, want to act like Amari Cooper, like that. Listen, man.
You got a great point right there, Bishop.
You are going to get your brains kicked in by a physical football team every time you try to beat corporate finesse going against physical.
That's why
physical always wins against finesse. I have watched football a long time. When somebody hits you in your mouth and you try this little cute stuff, you're going to get your brains kicked in. And that's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Bishop, OG, real quick before you go, boss. And that's why the Denver Broncos coach last year, after they beat us in Dallas, stood on the podium and said, well, you know what? I think we kind of figured Dallas out. That's what the coach said out of his mouth.
Sure did.
Yeah. And so on that right there, we lost to the 49ers, and here's our first chance in a different helmet. What's the change? I see the same, getting punked out. That's what I see. I'm sorry.
And every
time we play a physical team, it always ends the same way. We always get abused. We always get pushed around, ran off the field. When we played the Rams, we got ran off the field in that playoff game. When we played the 49ers, we got ran off the field. Any team that can strap up and out physical Dallas, they always lose. So if Dallas can line up against a team, at least the years before they were more talented, they could get away with that finesse stuff. But they're not running the ball now. They're not winning in the trenches, and they're not doing anything that's conducive to winning in these situations. So I don't really know. And it's really counterproductive for what they want to do. They screaming they want to run the ball this year, but you come out with this mentality of getting thrown around and knocked off the ball and disrespected, and so it doesn't even go hand in hand with what they've been preaching. They've been preaching all season about being more physical. They've been preaching all season that they're going to run the ball more. They've been lining up, showing more 12 personnel packages, but they're not who they're pretending. They're not who they're masquerading to be.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys something too, because we need to talk about this too, because the Dallas Cowboys definitely have been in the media trying to make. I refuse to just say I told y'all so yet, because I feel like there's still a funny joke in this whole Tony Pollard.
Thank you. I'm glad you bring it up.
To be like, listen to me. Hey, everybody be like, I know a lot of people be like, damn, West Coast, why you being real quiet on this subject? I'm going to tell you why. Because you know how something just be too good to be true? You just be like, I'm going to just wait. Because I just listen, I do feel like they want to, but when they have to, I don't think Kevin, bro, you don't want to, bro.
Man, can we dissect that tweet, please?
All right, so let me. Here goes the tweet. Shout out to Michael Gelkin. I say his name. I use too much of his content for me not to say his name wrong. Michael Gelkin. Shout out to him. He says Cowboys want to get Tony Pollard more involved. That's not just lip service. Offense assistant Cal Valero is his private tutor. Developing him, ing, that means currently, him as a slot receiver to get him and Ezekiel Elliott on the field more at the same time. Whatever they ask from him. Boss, I'll let you have first whack at it. And then I want Bishop, I want you to get some history on Tony Pollard because some of y'all be thinking I be lying when I tell y'all Tony Pollard was not a running back in college. Now, Henny going to hit you with stats. Bishop going to hit you with the facts because he stay right down the street from the college. You feel me? That's how we do it over here. You know, all right, Boss Cowboy, I'll let you get the first whack at it because you did send me the tip.
Oh, man, bro. You need a fake news button, bro. This is fake news 100%, dog. Like, bro, if anybody buying this, you are truly Charlie Brown getting tricked by Lil Lucy with the football, bro. I'm going to just keep it real. Coach Marvin Suchet, he said, we talking about physicality, but you have coach and practice physical. Teams a reflection of the head coach. Yeah, I think we could just, but real quick, going back to the tweet, I'll talk about that, coach. But, man, bro, like, look at this. And let's just weigh this with our own common sense. So Cowboys want to get Tony Pollard more involved. That's not just lip service. Offensive assistant Cal Valero is his private tutor. Can we just talk about that? So West Coast, you've been in training camps. In what world do you train somebody in secret?
Well, they don't do that. That's what you're supposed to do in the offseason. And I'm going to tell you this right here. The Dallas Cowboys would not pay – if they're going to pay for you to have that coach, why would they not put Turpin in that same practice? Like, he's supposed to be doing the same thing. So I would assume that he would be all there. If he can do, why wouldn't he be doing this with everybody? The Cowboys are not going to pay one guy to be a private coach. That's what you're supposed to do.
And then you're a private coach, but then you never sample it with competition?
Not once. So what am I paying that coach for then?
Yeah, so you got this dude working behind the scenes, but you don't see how it actually looks on the field? That's what y'all telling me and saying at the same time is not lip service.
So and think about this, boss. If they are doing that, that's worse. I would rather you guys
we already know they're not doing that, and that is worse. And no way they're doing that. And then on top of that, I keep asking these people who keep falling for this stuff. When have you seen Tony Pollard do any downfield action? Any. At any point of training camp.
None.
They say this every year, and people ain't figured it out. They say this during the slow periods. So right when all the media left and they didn't have the cameras at every practice anymore, what a wonderful time to drop this. Why? Because we're going to still be able to get people talking. But they just need people to talk about it when it's slow. If you believe this, that it's a private tutor preparing him secretly behind the scenes, no lip service.
Wow.
Bruh, come on, dog. Because Amari gave it up last year, bro, when he said, listen, we don't do anything in the game that we don't first practice.
Facts.
Yeah.
So that lets you know that was. So guess what that also means, Cowboy fans? Your offense that you see in preseason is your offense.
It is.
Hey, let's not get to the 49er game and be like, hey, bro. Hey, Bishop. Hey, Henny. Hey, boss. Hey, bro, I don't think he was saving plays. Listen to me. Some of you guys did not come to that realization until like third quarter of that 49er game. Hey, bro, I don't think this mother effer was really saving plays. I think those was really – yes, those were our plays. Think about this. You had fans week 15, 16 talking about, oh, yeah, Kellen Moore's going to break out a whole nother playbook. I'm like, do you think of this? Even if he has a whole nother playbook, where is the application portion of that? Like, how do you apply that? That's why I love what you said, Boss Cowboy, because it's like this. They have given us – this is what I've conduced about the Tony Pollard. One or two things are happening.
I like that word.
They have either flat out lying –
Lying.
Or, because remember, this is the same Dallas Cowboy team that did a whole practice on national TV with no names and no jerseys on it. Maybe I'm going to throw him a bone. I'm going to throw him a bone. Maybe,
that's fair.
Because they have 2 practices a day.
Yeah,
so maybe in the practice that they're not showing to the fans and to us, maybe they're having him in. Because I'm going to tell you, The reason why I believe that something is happening in that area is because, bro, these reporters are still talking about it. Now, if it was only Mike Fisher, I say, okay, we got, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like these guys are still asking about it because there is a reason. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm with you, boss. If you're practicing it and you're not even applying it on the field, it doesn't even make sense. You might as well not even practice it. It's for nothing. You might as well not even practice it.
Yeah. See, the 2 practices is why you do have to kind of give it at least about 20%, 10% chance.
But this scrimmage is important. You would have shown it, right? They're not having 2 scrimmages, boss.
Right. And see, then also, let's just look at the track record of the Dallas Cowboys on this stuff. Oh, Tony Pollard, we're load managing him. We're going to use him for the playoffs, 4 touches.
There you go.
Not even load management. They did not play him in the Philadelphia
Right,
game.
but I'm saying which was allegedly load management. We're resting him because we know what's how to work. And he is real. You know we're going to use him for the playoffs. He's going to see good weapon. Shit. So it's like, how many times you going to lie to me, dog? Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, bro. This is now the 6th time, bro. They done said that he was going to play receiver every year. Like, see, West Coast said this, and this is one of the funniest things he said after hours. He said, bro, you know, that's why I ain't never did no I told you so on Pollard video.
Yeah. Hey, we got to, real quick, man, at the end, we're going to talk about the generalization, but I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. Like, Boss Cowboy, former coach, Henny, former coach, Bishop, he didn't coach, he didn't do a little bit of everything. Listen to me. We all try to evaluate this. Play, my bad. Listen, and he coaching now because you coach your son. I see you on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I'm saying. This is what y'all need to understand. There was probably 80 plays in this game. I mean, in the scrimmage that we saw. We're not about to sit up here and waste y'all time glorifying 3 or 4 plays. Hey, salute to Jalen Tolbert catching a pass on Surtain today. Salute to him. That does not make up for the offense, though. Mm-hmm. Salute to Micah Parsons for being Micah Parsons. Listen to me, you guys. At some point of your life, you're going to have to stop getting excited for stuff that works the way it's supposed to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't surprise me when a car drives down the street because that's what cars do. But if you give me a car that drives down the street and flies, I'm pretty surprised now. Micah Parsons went to practice and did the same thing Micah Parsons does. He's generational. So why would y'all think that Micah Parsons wasn't going to be Micah Parsons? Listen, we don't have enough Micah Parsons and Jalen Tolbert to bank on them dudes. That still leaves 20 other guys. You know what I'm saying? 20. Yeah. So it's like you got to look at your team as a whole. We got to stop getting excited about these individual accolades. I could care less how many sacks Micah Parsons get. I could care less how dominant he's going to get unless you tell me he's sacking the quarterback, picking the ball up, and running it to the end zone.
Hey, I got to take this comment.
That's the only way I can care about that. Go ahead, boss.
He said, y'all seem a little bit traumatized after the playoff game last year. So now every time we come out slow or soft, everyone is going to lose their ever-loving minds. I got to agree with that.
Yeah, we should.
And I think we should. I really do. I really think we should be because, see, this is the thing. We don't lose because of talent. We losing because of emotion or the lack thereof.
We lost at home because the team that had to come to us. Listen to me. Why did the 49ers have to come to Dallas? Because what?
We were the better team. We had a better record.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so how did the better team lose then?
Right. It was the emotions. It was the want to, it was the dog and the mother boys that wanted it more than us. And the physicality.
The field don't even matter. It don't even matter.
And our mistakes. And our errors and our discipline.
Yeah, it was like
all of that.
Crowd split. It was like
what did Coach McCarthy say?
Coach McCarthy said they looked nervous.
We weren't ready to play. Come on now.
Yeah.
But listen.
That just being honest.
Power over that. But I hate when McCarthy even talks because he be saying shit like he ain't there. You saw your players were nervous, and what did you do about it?
Nothing.
Right. Yeah, what did you do?
It's like watching. It's like he watched a car wreck. He watched a car wreck happen.
And then why would you tell? My thing is this too. Also,
he got a history of that too.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I don't care what nobody say, man. Any real football player had a problem with what he said because listen, I'm not even on the Cowboys, and I had a problem with what he said. I feel like Micah Parsons probably had a problem with that. What you mean we look nervous? Like, even if we did, why you tell everybody that? Like, I thought what's supposed to stay in the locker room is supposed to stay in the locker room. I asked Mike McCarthy, what type of ice cream you're gonna eat after you beat Green Bay? And this dude looked at me like I was dumb.
Yeah, and then this is another reason why we should be traumatized.
But then you can go on air and tell my whole world that my team looked nervous before a playoff game. But you can't answer my question though.
They weren't ready to play. That's what he said.
But you're the coach. That's
your job, bro. You don't call plays. What else is his job?
He don't call plays. He doesn't call the defense. He doesn't pick the personnel. So only thing he is there to do is to motivate the players and manage the damn game. And he act like that's too much for him.
Yep. And then this is why we should be traumatized, and we should be not traumatized, but actually having some real emotion over this game, because see, Denver has been credited as the team that figured out our offense.
Yep.
So how does that not put a chip in your shoulder when you see them again, big dog?
Thank you. They said,
you know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, see, Denver was the team that ended that 6-1 run, big dog.
Yes, they did at our house,
in our crib, bro. So it's like, why would we not be like, bro? It's something wrong with being flat this practice.
Facts.
I can see you being tired this practice, or the oxygen had y'all tripping out there, but flat. No, bro. So yeah, and see, and then it been, especially when they've been bumping the drum, like Big Tom said, of we're gonna be physical, we're gonna really show this year, we're gonna come out with the boom box. And then your first time, like, bro, we don't get to go against each other no more. Now we get to go against these dudes who got credited with so-called exposing us. Let's go out here and let's have some fun on these dudes' house, bro. We finna piss in their yard, dog. Yes. We finna act a fool out here. Like, that's was the practice, dog. Now, if you playing the Browns, I'm not as tripping as I'm tripping on Denver, bro. Denver smacked you bad in your crib.
Denver smacked us the last 2 times we played them.
Yeah, no. So
beat the brakes off of 2018.
Last year was just
bruh, no. When we went to Denver, that was worse. Okay.
Oh yeah.
When we went to Denver, that was worse.
Up in the, we was flat then too. All up, man. So it's one of them things to where, because we should be concerned. Like, and this is also what I want to say too, because I don't want nobody trying to get no clout on Big Time Henny and Wes and Boss. Listen. We know it's a good team still, though. See, we know it's a good team. See, don't get it twisted, because we're talking about what happened today as an overall indictment of what we think of this team. See, don't lie on my name like that. Don't lie on nobody's name on this panel. We still notice a squad. But if I notice that my partner got hit in his nose, this is the best way I can say it, bro. It's very disturbing that in the first fight, one of our offensive linemen laid down and cradled up.
Yeah. Very disturbing.
That happened too, big dog. See, listen, that's sending a message, dog. When the offensive lineman cradles up, he not only felt defeated, he felt like nobody was gonna fight for him.
Yeah.
Cause see, this is the thing. I can feel Big Time energy, right? I can feel it. He's a defensive guy like me. I can feel it. I can tell you this. I just know that if Boss Cowboy was in a fight back in the day, right? I can feel his energy. Big Time is like, you're not fighting by yourself. I wouldn't have to cradle up, and I would have already knew it. So instead of cradling up, I'm jumping up even when I'm losing, because I know my backup is right there with me. It's a whole message that was sent today, y'all, and it's not a good one.
And just to go back to that, attitude means something in this game. Now, I'm reading some of the comments. I ain't going to comment on it. We not tripping, y'all. We it's just like Boss said. We love them. We cheering for them. We just pointing out a tone and a mentality.
Yeah, we got to fix it.
First time seeing somebody else other than your teammates. And this is the statement that you make.
Why weren't you excited? Y'all ain't played football in 6 months.
You got to be excited. This team just knocked your teeth out in Dallas.
In your house
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Bad. Had the whole crowd silent the whole time. It was 30-0, if I remember right, at one point in time. It was totally ridiculous. This is what you got to do. You got to go ahead and hit people in the mouth. Now, let me go back to this, because Gary, I'm gonna let you have it. Go back. You see that tweet there? Let me. Since since West told me to do this, let's read this little part again. Y'all read it with me real quick.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Let's go. Here go. Cowboys want to get Tony Pollard. Let's stop. Let's stop right there. First thing is, let's stop. How long has Tony Pollard been a part of this team?
3 years.
How many years do we got to keep hearing that same sentence?
Oh, man.
Come on now, you ain't figured it out yet.
You ain't figured it out. 4 years. You still ain't figured it out.
You still ain't figured it out. Same offensive coordinator. Same Tony Pollard, and you still haven't figured it out yet. That's crazy. Now, but the answer is about to get interesting for that. Listen, that's not just lip service. I can't tell because it's been 3 years. You ain't done it. Okay. Offensive assistant Kyle Valero is the private tutor. If you need a private tutor, that means you don't know what you're doing. Let's go on. Let's keep moving. Developing him as a slot receiver to get him and Ezekiel on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to develop Tony Pollard as a slot receiver.
To get him on field.
All you got to do is go to Memphis when he played here in my city.
All he did.
Facts.
All you got to do and see what he was. You ain't got to develop nothing. He already is there.
My mama.
He's already there.
Yeah.
It's just that Kellen Moore ain't put him in position to show his true talent.
Nope.
Just in case some of y'all don't know, Tony Pollard lined up everywhere in Memphis offense. He lined up as a running back. He lined up as an outside receiver. He lined up as a slot receiver. He returned kicks. He returned punts. He did it all. He was Deebo Samuel, the same way San Francisco.
He was Deebo Samuel.
Yep.
That's what Tony Pollard did here in Memphis. Now, the Cowboys drafted him based off the skill set they saw in Memphis.
And made him a running back.
Why didn't you use what you saw when you drafted him?
Facts.
Because you got an offensive coordinator that, bottom line, don't know how to drive the car.
Go ahead, Henny. I know you bugging to get in here. Go ahead.
Nah, it's simple. It's simple math, man. Let me ask y'all: it's 137 more than 106?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Then how many times he caught the ball compared to how many times he ran it? He had 137 receptions, 106 carries. So he caught the ball more than he ever ran it.
That boy Henny. God, dog. We need a button for that.
It's 12 bigger than 6.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's how many receiving touchdowns he had compared to his rushing touchdowns. So he doubled up on the motherfucker. So, hey,
hold on, bro. You can't go fast on that, dog.
Talk, Henny.
But listen, even in his last year, he was primarily a receiver. He doubled up on receptions compared to carries. He had 78 receptions his final year and only 39 carries. So do that sound like a receiver that got some carries at running back, or a running back that was playing receiver?
Sounds like a receiver. He sounds like a receiver.
A receiver that played running back.
And let me add to that. Mm-hmm. Just in case some of y'all wondered, was he lining up on linebackers? No, sir. No, ma'am. This dude was lining up on cornerbacks inside the slot. He was lining up on number 1 and number 2 cornerbacks of other teams. And sure enough, when he saw a linebacker, when they motioned him out of the backfield and he ended up on the linebacker, he destroyed everybody.
Thank you.
And you guys also got to remember, man, it's like Memphis had some dogs, bro. Like, he was not starting over Gerald Henderson, bro.
Yeah,
like,
Henderson. Yeah.
Like, bro, you're going to tell me
Henderson was there too.
Yeah, think about this. You're going to tell me that they're going to start Tony Pollard over Gerald Henderson. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Henderson and
they was all dogs, though. Every one of them.
The Washington Commanders running back.
Well, that backfield was nice.
It's nasty.
That was all 3 of them. Come on now.
That Memphis was nice.
And then Swift come right behind him.
And Swift was right there. Swift was right there.
Oh my God, that running back,
and think about
all
this.
them balls ran 4.3s too.
And boss, think about this. And in the panel, think about this. Who's the smallest one out of all those guys? Tony Pollard. He's the smallest guy out of all the guys we just named.
You're right.
So think about this. It wasn't even. I think Memphis with Tony Pollard was kind of like, we just got to get him on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, we're not going to, obviously he can't be the starting running back. But you know what I'm saying?
I missed my dog super chat.
Hey,
Yeah, but
go ahead.
I was gonna say, they how they got him they how they got him in the field. This man led the NCAA in return touchdowns. They did everything to get this man the ball in his hand. They let him return kicks. They let him to catch the ball. They let him do whatever he wanted to do, as long as they got the ball in his hand. And we can't even get the man on the field half the time.
Mm-hmm.
4 carries.
Man, I missed your super chat, J Tuck. J Tuck said 49ers called the O-line soft and bullied them. When will the pride kick in? The word is out. Nobody fear this line, and it showed today. Hashtag soft.
I heard that.
Case.
All right, y'all. Let's do some. Hey, Jay, tell you.
And I do got one little thing, real quick. Real quick. Hey, y'all. It's 224 people watching live on Boss Cowboy Sports. Obviously, I appreciate as many people in the building, but it's only 112 likes.
Likewise on West Coast too. Likewise, I got.
So, listen, y'all. Some of y'all don't know this. If y'all liking this content, because if we getting down tonight, is we keeping it real tonight. If you really want this channel to grow, you want West Coast channel to grow, Big Time channel to grow, and Henny channel to grow, you gotta hit that like, man. Just do that real quick. I know it was an innocent mistake. I do the same thing. I get caught up in content and forget to do, and I lose my manners. Hit the like, man. Let's get them likes up, man. And that's what's going to grow this channel, man, even if you don't give $1. Also, this is a perfect time to have a solicitation, too, Wes.
Yes, sir.
We got more people watching. So you was talking about earlier stars, and can you give people the lowdown on that real quick?
Yeah. Make sure, if you have not already, if you're on Facebook, go over to Facebook right now and hit that star button. If you're watching right now, make sure you guys hit that star button, all right? If you are on YouTube, I need you guys to go your super chat. Just hit that super chat, man. I'm going to tell you guys this, I believe this, and this is what I was just taught. If you provide a good service and a product at the end of your conversation with that customer or that person, you have earned the right to ask for that sale. So guess what? We are not going to ashamedly ask. We are going to proudly say, hey, man, if you liked this content, if you like the content, support the content. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of simple. If you like the content, support the content. But also, I want to let you guys know, too, that, hey, this September 17th, West Coast Cowboy. September 17th, West Coast Cowboy. I will be having the Cowboys of the Dallas Cowboys. I can't even say it, bro. I'm trying to read the damn drop, bro. West Coast Cowboy presents Cowboys Fans Day Party, September 17th, 2 p.m. to 7. I will have an active Dallas Cowboy player in the building who will be signing autographs. We got a live DJ. We got an open bar. We got Cowboys merchandise vendors. And we got food vendors that's coming down. And did I mention we have a live Dallas Cowboy player coming in? I'm going to be dropping the link on each platform. The tickets are $35. If you use my promo code West Coast, you're going to get your buddy in for $10. You're going to get in for $25. You get $10 off. My last thing I'm going to say is this. At my events, don't come up to me talking about West Coast, what the Cowboys gonna do with the Redneck Discos, what the When the music come on, we having a good time. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna talk about the Cowboys all the way up until 1:59, and then when 2 p.m. we getting it popping. At 7:01, we can go right back to talking about the Cowboys, though. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But this is a party. This is a Cowboy party. This is come out September 7th and party with other Cowboy fans. Hey, man.
I had one more super chat and I'm done, big dog.
No, go ahead.
Coach Maul said, McCarthy leaders of men promote confidence, not fear. Fear is on you, McCarthy.
Factor. All right, this is what we're going to do.
Coach Marv. What up, Coach Marv?
Skeptical fan said, I'm a Cowboys fan 24/7. I think we're not really bad skeptical fan. You stay true to that brand. Stay true to it. All right, go ahead.
This is what we're about to do. We're about to do some rapid fire subjects.
Let's go, dog.
Rapid fire subjects. This is what I'm gonna do. Rapid fire subjects. I'm gonna throw the subject out there, and each person's gonna have 1 or 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? In order for we can do this, is the only way it's gonna work. All right.
Be brief.
Example. Here we go. I'm gonna just throw it out there, real quick. First subject. Did anybody notice Kelvin Joseph? Where the hell is he at these days? Henny, you're up first. Go.
Man, I didn't see the boy, and I don't need to see the boy because I don't think he's better than any of the 3 guys ahead of him. I don't believe he's better than Trayvon Diggs, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis. He's a backup right now. He need to be a special teamer, fine-tuning his craft. He maybe even need to move to safety at this point. But I don't see him being out anybody to get any significant playing time, except if an injury happens. I just need him to be a professional, to put the music down. I need him to have more reps than raps right now.
Bishop.
Reason why you don't see Kelvin Joseph because Anthony Brown done got mad. Bottom line. Anthony Brown is having an outstanding camp. Everybody thought that was the job that was open. They thought it was tailor-made for the second-round draft pick and Kelvin Joseph. And Anthony Brown just said, hold up, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm still here. Y'all almost forgot I did have a good year last year, and I'm going to take the job away from him that y'all trying to take away from me. He can stay behind me. We'll wait till next year. And that's the reason why you don't see Kelvin Joseph. Anthony Brown done got ticked off.
Boss, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, man, I think he pressing. I think it's simple. I think he pressing. He feeling the pressure of Anthony Brown, and I think he hasn't just kind of settled in. That's all. I think he just need to keep playing. I think he need to relax and just make plays and be free versus trying to force it. I think it's more mental with him, and I think he go get his legs. Because really he low key almost like a rookie in terms of playing that corner position, and I think he got all the tools to be a great corner. So I just think it's just a matter of his mind over his physical, because he's more physical, he's bigger, he's just as fast or faster than Anthony Brown. There's no reason why Anthony Brown should be outplaying you. So I would just tell him, hey, killer, do your thing, relax, let the game come to you. It's gonna come to you. Don't press.
Okay. All right, what y'all think? Y'all like that? Like that? All right, next subject.
I like this. 2 minutes.
All right, next subject. Why the hell Tyler Smith ain't starting at guard right now, and why is Connor G looks to be playing just as much guard as Tyler Smith? We started with Henny last time. We're gonna start with Bishop this time. We started with Bishop last time. I'm gonna start with Henny this time. Go ahead. Henny, why is Tyler Smith, your first round pick, not a for sure it looks like he didn't really play a lot of guard today. What's up with that? What are your thoughts on that?
It's very distressing to see him not on the field with starters. Because one, you just spent a first round pick on the man, but two, if it's even close, him even being close to McGovern is concerning, because McGovern is garbage. He is not even sewer. He's like sewage water. He's a horrible player. So I don't understand if Tyler Smith is performing that poorly that he cannot beat out Connor McGovern. We're going to have a long season. I predicted that we will be a 10-win team. We might be a 7-win team if we cannot do so at the guard position. And I'm very serious about that.
Boss Cowboy?
Yeah, it's because of T. Smith. They don't trust T. Smith. So, and I think that they are slowly trying to prepare Tyler Smith to be a swing tackle to a degree. Even this year, I think that's exactly what they're doing. Kelvin Moore said it himself, that he first wants those guys to stabilize at the left guard position, and then he gonna start cross-training them. So it's a situation where I also like it. A lot of people don't like it. I don't care if you're a first rounder. You got to clearly take this man's job.
There you go.
Facts.
I don't give a damn where you was drafted. Like, that's why, honestly, that's why people got to peep why them receivers going hard. Because Dennis Houston skipped all of them, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Noah Brown like, hell no, you ain't finna just skip me. And what he started doing? Balling, right? Well, Simmons say, man, this new booty dude finna take my job. He running with the Wolves? I've been here in the offseason and all that. Hell no. So if you want the best out of Tyler Smith, make him earn it. And I want to see more of them pancakes, big dog. I don't want to see you half step slow. I want to see you on time and early, big dog. I want to see you finish. And I don't want to see LB hit you in the mouth like he did the last day of pass when you was pulling. I want you to hit him in the mouth. Yeah, don't give it to him. I don't care that he's a first rounder, man. He got to earn it. Period.
All right. Bishop, did you get one?
No, the boss already hit on it. All
right, well, I'll throw you I'll throw you a spin on it then. So are you okay? Because you know what competition means? Competition means that he can actually lose the job then. Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, there's two types of fans that I'm seeing about Tyler Smith. There are fans that want to default him this job because he's the first round pick. Then they have guys like myself who I think, and like the panel, who feel that it's more important, even if he loses the job to Connor G, that the right person wins it. Because if you put the wrong person there, then guess what? That could almost be more detrimental. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know from Bishop, starting with you, and then go down the line. Are you guys prepared for your first round pick to not start this year?
The sun shine on a dog tail every now and then. That's what's going on with the coaching staff. Every now and then they'll do the right thing. They're making this kid earn it. As Carl just said, that's how it's supposed to be.
It's how it's supposed to be.
And that's how I grew up.
Yep.
Just don't hand it over to him.
But what if he doesn't beat? What is that?
First round.
My question to kind of tweak it a little bit though is this: what does it say about your process, bro? I want to hear this from everybody too. What does it say about your process if you drafted a kid to start over a kid and the guy that was on your team ends up beating that guy out? What does it say about your evaluation?
Well, I'll say it like this. As much as we have, over the years have criticized of Steven, I don't think most of us criticize Will McClay. The one thing that the Cowboys have gotten right as far as a position group, it has to be the offensive line based off all the years combined. They have hit the home runs. From the Fredericks, the Early Smith,
Terrence Steele,
Zach Marr, what I'm saying? They've done well on that. So when it comes to offensive line play, I'm gonna have to, is more positive than negative. So, but I just believe personally, because I'm one of the ones that said that Tyler Smith is gonna be a day one starter anyway. They're gonna make him earn it. That's what they're doing. They already know the book on Connor McGovern. They already know. But if it does not happen to play with you, West Coast, if it doesn't happen, I don't think that's a knock against McClay or something like that. I don't think it is. Hey, they done got it right too many other times, so that's just me.
All right. Well, I don't think it's a knock against Will McClay. He's a very great, he does make very great decisions in the drafts. But look, he found Dak Prescott in the 4th round. He found Anthony Brown in the 6th round.
That was Jason Garrett too, though. Jason Garrett had a lot to do with Jason Garrett literally he basically was the guy beating on the table for Dak.
Mm-hmm. So, they made great personnel decisions in the past. But, just talking about right now, if, I'm all down for competition. I would prefer the guy who wins the job and earns a fair square to be the guy that plays. But if he is not able to beat out McGovern, after what we know about McGovern and after how poorly McGovern has played, that says a lot about Tyler Smith, and it also says a lot about him not being a first-round pick. You know what I'm saying? There were guys that said we reached. And, if he's not able to actually beat Connor McGovern in a fair competition, then that would validate that point that we overreached and got this man when there were better players available.
Yeah, it would.
Even if it wasn't a guard or a tackle, you took a guy that some people had a 3rd-round grade on. Some people had a 3rd-round grade on this man, and we took him in the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So the thought is that I feel what you're saying. I definitely
hold on real quick. My boy Law said Dennis Houston is over Noah Brown and Simmons, so ain't no way you earned that. They just believed in him more. I don't think they believed in him more. I think it was he earned it because the very first day of training camp, the only person that Patrick No-C Walker talked about was Dennis Houston. That was the only person he tweeted about.
Dennis Houston did earn that. Yeah, I didn't recognize.
Yeah, that's the only person he tweeted about. Like, and
he said Dak was his best. He said him and Dak. He actually said that Dak had the best chemistry. That was also a tweet that he said too. That
and he didn't talk about nobody that whole day but Dennis Houston.
Which is a major factor that Dak likes him.
Exactly. And see, that's why he's up there. He ain't up there because of them coaches. He up there because, and see, I went under the hood looking at Dennis Houston when he was in Dallas training. I had the privilege of watching him work out, and everything that Dak was saying, I was saying the same thing. When I did my video breakdown on him, it was before he was in training camp. And I was like, bro, how do you not like this dude, man? Strong eye contact. He's showing he wanted. He didn't drop no balls the whole day. Has he dropped a ball yet in training camp, big dog? I ain't see it. I have not seen him drop even one ball. And Dak is saying he asks a lot of questions. He doing exactly what Dak wants him to do. So Dak is the reason he up there.
That's why Dak
and then Dak went right at him, dog. Like, so how many against the ones? I do like Noah Brown. I do. I like Simmons. But say, I'm watching Dennis Houston make plays on Diggs and Anthony Brown. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching them Brown make plays on Boss Man Fat and Sean White.
And boss, think about this. On a whole nother subject, think about this. You remember that how the narrative at training camp was like, oh, Terrence Steele is getting his ass whipped. I'm at training camp like, the only people that's whipping Terrence Steele ass is DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. If that's the only people, if Kim Kardashian and Beyonce is the only two women on the face of the earth that don't want to date you, guess what? It sucks, but you're in good condition. You're in a good spot. Because there's still 20 billion women out there to choose from. Like, I didn't see, think about this, boss. I didn't see none of that today. And you know what I did see? I saw Steele, the only person with some aggression. The only person, you know what I mean? So I'm just feel like this. Yeah, Steele might lose to the top dog, but he ain't losing to any dog. You know what I mean? You feel me? Like, I might lose to the big dog, but I ain't going to lose to no random dog walking down the street. No. Random dog walking down the street is not about to know.
You got to be a big dog.
You got to be a big dog.
Hey, real quick.
Well said, bro.
I got somebody asking about Joe Philbin, trash-ass coaching. So, no, just to piggyback off what we were talking about with Tyler Smith. If Tyler Smith is not ready and he's not developed to be a starter, it is time to move on for Joe Philbin. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't.
Honestly, hey, I'm gonna tell you, Henny. I'm gonna tell you, there's some conspiracy with Joe Philbin and Tyler Smith, because on draft day, it was actually put out there that Joe Philbin and the offensive line were not in support of this pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he did that interview yesterday. I went out and worked him out. I thought it was good. Listen to me. To a degree, I feel like these coaches, just like every coach, including Jason Garrett and all the coaches before them, bro, I do not, except for Bill Parcells, the only person I think, and Jimmy Johnson. I think these guys are more or less, not to downplay moms, but I don't think they the men in this relationship, y'all. Like, I feel like these dudes are getting told what to do, and they are literally trying. You know what I mean? Like, the only person who I really think has a say in Dallas is Dan Quinn. Why? Because he always gets what he wants. And think about this, man. This was my last question. This is my last question I wanted to kind of throw on there. Have you guys noticed?
Wait. You can't go away from that, dog. You opened up Pandora's box. You can't make the only comment on that, dog.
No. It's about that.
Because you were talking about filming, dog. I got to jump in on that one.
Well, you can do filming, but this is gonna be the last little subject where we segue. We can talk about. You can definitely grab on filming, but I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. Go ahead, talk about.
All right. So my bad, bro. I do you like that too, bro.
Go ahead,
I cut you off and I forget my thought. I got you back for that, homie.
No, go ahead.
So, with filming, first of all, I'm gonna be all the way honest. This is a major overreaction. This is another dead story that revived because it was a dead period. It means absolutely nothing. Because how many people was high on Dak when we drafted him?
Nobody.
Jason Garrett.
Right. Just Jason Garrett.
Just Jason Garrett.
So Jerry Jones did not
want him. Jerry did not want to draft.
And guess what? Who ended up writing the check?
Jerry Jones.
Right, which is saying what? You had a right to change your damn mind. Because I didn't like you initially don't mean that I don't like you now. That don't mean that you didn't grow on me, and that don't mean a lot of people didn't say they was wrong. Because I was there on draft day when there was a whole lot of fans shitting on this pick. Hey. So now this is what they want to do now. They want to act all sanctimonious like, I always like the pick. You're a damn lie. 99% of y'all didn't like this pick. I was right there with the OC, and I had to get his back because the whole crowd was trying to shoot at him.
Yeah.
Over this, and they were saying, man, this pick ain't as bad as what y'all think it is. And he was the best tackle, true. It was a tackle run. I remember the whole history of what happened. He was the best available if you wanted a tackle/guard. Just a fact, dog.
But guess what?
If you were trying to feel that, so I'm saying it's a whole bunch of typical corporate America Cowboy fan hypocrisy going on that you want to stick your chest out and act like film in the bag. I know you was the bad guy, big dog. You was the bad guy, big dog. So if you was able to change your mind on Tyler Smith, let him change his mind as the coach. And then you also stupid as hell if you really believe that he mad at the Cowboys for prioritizing him in the first round. You are dumb.
Yes,
You
unless
got fire.
yes,
You got flame.
My only thing though. This is my only thing. This is my only pushback though. Though. Like they gave him the position, but they give him the player? Like, listen to me. Like, and I'm like that's a totally different world, man. Like we all know Rod Marinelli liked certain types of players.
Yeah.
Like you can get one type of defensive end, but no, Marinelli like these special defensive end that feet never stop. I remember I asked Robert Quinn on his first day of practice. I said, "Hey man, what is it like practicing with Rod Marinelli?" Boss, do you remember what he told me? He said it's like having your pants on fire.
Yeah.
He's like those are certain players that he likes. So, I say it like this, right? At the end of the day, we all know that Jerry is daddy around these parts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
it's heat on
go ahead.
It's heat on film, right? I think most of it is unjustified, but that's just me, right? Because, see, I look at his history because when I look at his history and I realize that 99% of us also didn't want Steele to start on the Chargers. Now, we was cool after the Chargers, but before the Chargers, it was only one person to film Steele camp, big dog. It was filming. It was only one person that wanted Zach Martin to play that right tackle. It was filming.
And guess what? And think about this. Steele was not playing. Like he didn't. I almost feel like they gave him Tyler Smith as like a makeup. Like, yeah, you were right on Leo Collins and Connor Williams. Like, imagine this. Imagine telling a team for 17, 18 games, bro, these guys are not good. I need them.
Yeah, and I like this coming. Coach said, Coach Philman, I like him, boss, but today the line looks bad. Coach Philman, today is on you, just being real. And I agree. Like, listen, when the group is bad, and that's where I got to be consistent, right? I always say judge players by the individual, but you judge a coach by the group.
Yep.
When the group performs bad, the first person you look at is the coach that coaches that group. So we're not going to give him no pass on the day. It should be heat on him. Some boys should be getting kicked in their behind. He should also be getting heat on him today. So I'm not going to take away from that. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the overall resume of filming, because see, a lot of people talk about how bad the offensive line was the second half of the season last year, but they don't talk about how good it was the first part of the season, do they? They don't talk about that, do they? And guess who was the reason why that line was as good as it was? It was filming. It was filming who wanted Steele to play that right tackle. It was filming who was trying to get Laia to play that left guard. You know who vetoed it? Steven and Jerry. You see what I'm saying? So when the offensive line was working, it was when he was getting his way. See, because it's a lot of things. This is what happened a lot of times with the Cowboys. Jerry and them will step in, and they'll, what my boy West Coast say, pissing your Kool-Aid or pissing your yogurt, and then strangers start drinking it and be like, damn, what's that taste? Who made this Kool-Aid?
And they'll tell you to sell it. And they'll tell you to sell it.
And they'll tell you to sell it. So they
sell it
in your Kool-Aid, and they got a pissy taste to it, but they go out there and make you go sell it to the fans.
And you got to sell
it. So
they
go to Mike McCarthy and say, hey, man, we going to give you this OC. But when you dropping the ball in big games, we going to blame you for it. You got to sell it. That's what. So it's like, so we got to me, be real careful not to shoot slugs too fast at some of these coaches. To me, we got to look at the whole environment of what's going on. But today, filming, you're supposed to get hit in your mouth.
Yeah, and go ahead. I
was just gonna say, because I would have a little bit lower opinion of Joe Philbin than all y'all apparently. Because I was looking at the entire picture, because we went from 26 in pass blocking and 23rd in pass blocking the 2 years he's been the offensive line coach, 2020 and 2021. But you do make a very valid point that I did not take into account when the line was working for the most part. You are right. The lineup he inserted worked, and when they went back to Leo Collins playing tackle, and they remained with Connor Williams, we have most of the problems. So I will agree with that part. But as a whole, these past 2 seasons, the line has not been very good. And like you said, he's the position coach. He has to be accountable for all that. I know there are more politics behind it. I know there's high powers at play, but
Let's rewind that a little bit, though, Henny.
mm-hmm.
So when you look at, especially you said 2 seasons. Remember 2 seasons ago, your veteran was Connor Williams. Everybody else, you had a rookie undrafted free agent as your starting tackle, big dog. You lost Tyron Smith and you lost Zach Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So and you lost Biotish too the year before. So you talking about Philman, who had to coach 20% starters, all backups, and still yet had around what he was with the former coach who had the same. Now for last year, I think he started it right. Nobody was complaining when we was KOing boys in the run game the first 8 games until they went away from what he wanted. So and Law had a good point. He said give Duke Mayweather credit for the offseason, and I do agree that most of the gains that you see and most of these players do come from the personal trainers in the offseason. I do agree with that. But the person to me who aligned the chess pieces the right way, who had it working, was Philman. The person that was vetoed was Philman against it working the right way. So when he was saying, hey, man, don't start Lyle shouldn't be starting over Steele because this young man has earned it. He worked hard this offseason. He made his gains. Why would we reward a guy who tried to allegedly bribe somebody, could have been back in 2 games, got suspended for 5? Why we go openly reward him over the guy who openly did everything right? The person who was speaking the right message the entire time was Philman. Because you're supposed to reward the guys who've earned it, like Houston is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things to where I'm going to put it like this. I'm not as up on Philman as some people are, and I'm not as down on Philman as some people. I think I'm more kind of measured on him to where I'm if we continue to see what we saw today, you in trouble, Philman. But at the same time, you got a good enough resume to say sometimes we got to get out your way and let you do what you was trying to do, which he was trying to do. So now, after the fact, guess what? Everybody loves to say, we should have moved left guard. Well, damn it, you late. Who's saying it then, though? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about you being right after the fact. I wanted you right when it was in the pressure. And in the pressure, it was a few people that were saying start Steele and move Lyle left guard. And the people who was on that side was being ridiculed. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody done caught up to it and want to jump on that bandwagon. But now I like to know the guys like Philman who was shooting for what was right. Yeah. So I am going to give him a little bit of credit for that, but I'm also going to hold him accountable for the day. I think that's fair.
And to be honest with you, that's why I started this. That's why when I started this conversation off, I said I got to give all these coaches a little, even Mike McCarthy. Like you got to give them a little, not necessarily excuse, but it's a built-in excuse. Because we all know at the end of the day that the decisions that are being made about the offensive line are not solely based off of football. And that's just fact. Because if it was, then guess what? Last year, you would have put Leo Collins at guard. The reason why you did not is because of contract and because he said he didn't want to.
Yeah, and maybe they was trying to get a value. I don't know why they did
that. That's why when I say, and to be honest with you, people say, Philman liked it Connor Williams over Tyler Smith. To be honest with you, man, I'm gonna tell you this: Connor Williams' biggest problem was in pass pro. Everybody on the offensive line was cool when they ran the ball. They were sixth in the NFL at runway. So it's like, listen. It's not we don't really, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you this also. If I'm Philman too, Philman has to be having, this is the conversation I want Philman to be having. Miss me on all that other crap. This is the conversation I want Phil to be having. Hey, my offensive line can't block 40 times, but we can run block 25 to 30 times.
Okay.
Those are the I'm gonna tell you, those are the conversations that I believe that since we have a management that is so involved, you don't have those honest conversations. Like, I'm gonna tell you another honest conversation we could have had last year. freaking god dang me, Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore should have went to Jerry and been like, no. Better example. Dan Quinn should have went to Jerry and should have been like, yo, bro, you know these 55-yard kicks that you guys are trying? He's not making most of them. And you know what that does to my defense? That puts my defense in a 44, 50-yard protection. And now when we give up a touchdown 3 minutes after y'all didn't run a thing, try a big old field goal, guess who they're looking at gave up that touchdown? Us. But they're not looking at the bad position. You guys, listen, we have a Pro Bowl kicker. Punt the damn ball, man. Put them on the 15, and we'll get you guys the ball back. See, those are the type of conversations that cannot happen when you have guys who are neutered.
Yeah.
These are not real dogs, bruh. At the end of the day, Philman knows that. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you. I gotta show you guys this. I gotta show this. I gotta show this. I gotta show this. I don't care. Show it. We gotta
do it.
God dog, man. Keep telling us to do, you teaser. What happened to his sound? Oh, he's looking for it. Why he looking for it? Man, this is one thing I want to ask West Coast when you get back.
What's up?
With these cupcake practices, how do the offensive line get in rhythm?
They don't.
They don't.
I mean,
how about you explain that question first? Explain to me how that happens.
That's why I want to first ask you about the practice you training camp. You know what I'm saying? And for what I was seeing at training camp, it was a lot of thudding up. It wasn't no times where they really turned both of them on. See, because you got to get that offensive line, in my opinion, to jail. You got to get them to make mistakes and coach them up so they can get better. So if this is the first time that they finally got some real thud, that can also explain why you didn't really see what you want to see, because they didn't get turned loose when they was in their own house.
They had the opportunity, man. Look, they went against a physical team today. We got to Saturday to see.
Yeah, they getting coached up now.
All right,
Saturday the real question now.
Saturday the question, but check it out.
Well,
then they go see the Chargers, another physical team.
Yeah. We better see improvement.
You better see something.
We got to see improvement. Period.
Now, I found it. So now listen. Now we were just.
I like how you made that on the fly too.
Listen. Shout out to my cousin for sending this to me. We were talking about mentality and coaches having the ability. I'm gonna let you read it too. Coaches having the ability to have these open conversations with management to get SHIT stuff done. Yeah. Hey, Henny, since you sent this to me, because you don't know where the hell you found this at, but I want you to read this. Plus, you like to curse, so you got a couple cuss words. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So just different context. This is McVay talking to the Rams brass. So this is the year before. This is before they won the Super Bowl. This is the conversation leading up to him trying. This is Sean McVay trying to sell the Rams owners on getting Matthew Stafford. This is the pitch that he gave them. And also just a little bit more backstory. They ran into each other at a resort, talked it out, chopped it up. They decided they wanted to make it happen. Then he made this call. Okay, so here's the fucking deal. Okay. We can sit here and exist and be okay winning 9 to 11 games and losing in the fucking divisional round and feel like, oh, everything's okay. Or we could let our motherfucking nuts hang and go trade for this fucking quarterback and give ourselves a chance to go win a fucking world championship. You ready to fucking do this or what?
I want to go. Bro, listen, I'm turned up. I'm turned up right now.
Like, dog, I read this shit, man. I almost went and joined the Rams.
Damn,
like,
bro.
I would have been a water boy.
Wait, tell me. I need to know. I need boss. I need boss right now.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Sad.
Yeah, me and boss feeling the same thing.
I'm feeling sad. You go ahead and say what I'm gonna say. Yep, go ahead.
Go ahead and get it, boss.
It's sad because you know that shit wouldn't work here, man.
There you go.
He would got fired.
He would have been fired.
Yeah, it sounds good coming from the Rams.
No coach in Dallas would even feel. Because think about this. This is what
it sounds good for them.
But listen, this is what I like. This is what I like though. You had a coach that believed in something enough to push. And I'm gonna tell you guys this: if he's talking to the owner like this, he's probably already talked to them like this before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is an open conversation. But I just want to.
It's also saying that a football coach is accepted. I might be a corporate boss, but I let you be a football coach.
And think about this. What did the organization do? Look what the coach says in this. We can sit here and exist and be okay winning 9 to 11 games. Listen to me, you guys. The Dallas Cowboys won 12 games last year. How many games we won last year?
We won 12.
12 games last year. This was a season they said they won 11, and they was not happy, bruh. Jerry Jones said in the first preseason, in the first the interview in training camp, talking about how confident he was because of Mike McCarthy in the 12 games we just won. And here you have a coach that's saying, I don't give a damn. Miss me with that 11-game crap. Miss me with losing and getting to the – listen, he's not even excited. He's not even saying the divisional round. F getting to the divisional round. We just want to get there.
But Wes, even more important than that, in that tweet right there, listen to what the real thing he's saying. Get the real picture. Here it is. He went to the organization and essentially said, if you get me that guy right there, that one guy, I'm going to win a world championship. Somebody may have said, well, what do we have to do to get him? Mm-hmm. They said, well, you're going to have to give up these draft picks. You're going to give up this right there. The Rams, John McVay said, man, I could care less
about that.
About a draft pick, man. You give me this one guy.
And I want a world championship.
I'm going to put a banner in the air with this one guy. And guess what happened?
He did it.
It happened. Here we are, the Dallas Cowboys, who let too many guys pass us because we believe in the draft and development program. I rest my case.
Yeah, we trying to win a championship with a new model. That's what we doing.
We trying to reinvent football, boss. We trying to
that's what we
football.
doing. Now we go be the best, and we go be the cheapest and the youngest.
It don't work
all three while doing it at the same time. While doing it all at the same
time. We don't want no veteran leadership. We want all these young guys to run up on the biggest moments of their life and be gamers. That's what we want. And it's a situation to where the Rams have a different philosophy. The Rams would do anything to get the right players.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys will do anything to get the right price.
They're desperate, boss. The Rams, look about this, boss. They won a championship, and guess what they did? They lost Von Miller, and guess what they did? They upgraded. How about Bobby Wagner?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They want the player, though. See, we want the price.
They didn't even care about the scheme.
There you go.
We want
figure
the
it
price.
out when you get here.
Yeah, they want the player. Listen, and then it show you how aggressive they are about the players, because some of these moves actually look crazy when you really look at them on paper, because what they gave up to go from Marcus Peters to Ramsey was crazy. And it was just a little bit better of a player. What they gave up to go from Goff to Matthew Stafford was crazy, but what did they get? Just a little bit of a better player. That shows you that this game is more so won on inches and not miles.
Boss, don't forget about Robinson, the receiver. Don't forget about the receiver, Robinson.
Oh, you got Allen Robinson.
Don't forget about Allen Robinson, bruh.
Yeah. So
to replace OBJ.
Yeah, it's so we'll look at a player like Bobby Wagner, who was lobbying to be with Quinn, and we'll say, like the player, but we don't like his price. Oh, bye. Yeah, that's how we do business.
And that's a problem.
And then go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's not how they do it around the league anymore. Nobody is waiting 6 and 7 years to build a Super Bowl contender. So what they usually do, like even look at the team that didn't win the Super Bowl. Look at the Bengals. They had a young core on offense they felt good about, and they built a Super Bowl defense in one offseason. They win their best pass rusher, free agent. Their best defensive tackle, free agent. The guys in their secondary, free agents, except for Jesse Bates. So they built a Super Bowl defense in the offseason, paid what they needed to pay, and they were able to get to a Super Bowl.
And they actually ran the ball. You guys know they had the third, they actually. I think people it's so funny because Joe Burrows literally this is no shame on Dak Prescott at all, but Joe Burrows basically did the exact same thing Dak Prescott did in 2016. You know what I'm saying? And that is, man, he had a phenomenal season off the back of a running back running like a mother. Y'all do not show enough respect for Joe Mixon. I do not think you guys understand. Joe Mixon is a really good running back. That dude is really good.
Hey, third and rushing.
We'll know week 2.
Hey, Wes, I got to steal your point on something. My boy C. Caesar said, incremental, my guy, boss. See, West Coast said something about 3 weeks ago that was probably one of the most genius things that he ever said. Stephen Jones trick us like we making incremental gains, but if you look closer, we not. We only swapping players.
Yeah.
If you go through the history, we swapped Romo for Dak. We're right now in the process of trying to swap Tyler Smith for T. Smith. We got rid of Murray. We swapped him for Ezekiel Elliott. We got rid of Dez. We swapped him for Amari Cooper. We swapped Lamb down for CeeDee Lamb. The patterns are clear. We don't got no Cole Beasley no more, so we get an MVP player out of the UFA. That's all we doing. So really, it's not even incremental gains. It's basically just replacing it and making the same.
Yeah.
Like on the cool. So we are not making incremental gains. At some point, your chips are what they are, and you got to get aggressive and push them holes in.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Because your chips not growing. Yeah. Like West Coast was right as hell on that. When I say that was one of the most wisest things he said, when you look at our history, that's exactly what we doing. Like we could have got better if we would have kept Amari Cooper, but we got rid of Amari Cooper, which made him more of a replacement of Amari Cooper. Yeah. We would have been better if we would have kept Amari Cooper. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
so that's where we get tricked. And this is the thing that I really feel like front office is doing. I think it's one of the most genius business tricks that they do. They invest and work hard to keep us good enough because hope is the biggest commodity.
Yeah. And hey, man, I always give the example. The Dallas Cowboys business model is literally like a kid with an iPhone 6 and your screen cracks on your iPhone screen. So it means your phone is damaged. You can't see anything. You go to your local iPhone store. They give you some options. Hey, you can go into an iPhone 6, iPhone 7. They even got an iPhone 13 now. The Dallas Cowboys, when we walk into Apple with a broken phone, we go from an iPhone 6 to another iPhone 6 or sometimes an iPhone 5.
Yeah.
Where other teams like the Rams, they had an iPhone 10 in Von Miller and went to an iPhone 11. Like the Dallas Cowboys, we replace players. Yeah. We don't upgrade players.
Yeah, we replace them.
Like we'll replace you because you got to have 53 men on the roster.
You got to have a playmaker receiver.
Like,
so
you
got to have two. We got one.
Like you gotta do that. So it's like, and that's why. And think about this. Think about this. I'm gonna tell you the best example.
Or the team.
Hey, boss. I'm gonna
see. This would have been a Super Bowl team with Sue.
Hey, boss. Let me just say this real quick. Because I'm gonna tell you the ultimate. And I just got this. Just came to my head. I'm gonna tell you guys to prove this right here. To prove the coup de grace. To prove exactly what we're saying is correct. 2020 when Dak got hurt. Why didn't they upgrade their quarterback? Bro, you went through Andy Dalton. Then when Andy Dalton got hurt, you went to one lower. You went to Garrett Gilbert. When Garrett Gilbert got hurt, you went to one lower, Ben DiNucci. The Cowboys went from an iPhone 12 in Dak because he was an MVP candidate. He was on pace to throw 6,000 yards that year.
It went to a flip phone.
Can I hear something, boss? Come on now. MVP candidate. When Dak got hurt, he was an MVP candidate.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And they replaced an MVP candidate with, what's the boy name?
Ben DiNucci?
No, they replaced him with, what's the boy? The Dalton, Andy Dalton.
Oh, so Andy Dalton.
And then think about this.
And paid him, too.
And paid him. And then think about this. When Andy Dalton got hurt, they brought in Ben DiNucci. They brought in Garrett Gilbert. And think about this. This was still a team that had an opportunity to possibly make it in the playoffs.
Yeah, and sadly, they really want to see if Andy Dalton could
Oh my God, boss.
be just as good as
Don't
Dak.
start
They
that
really,
conversation. Don't start that conversation.
There were people
You know
thinking he was the man.
really
Listen.
How
I'm
many
gonna tell you.
profile
Listen, I'm gonna
pictures
tell
did you
y'all the
see?
truth,
How
dog.
many
I'm gonna tell
profile
y'all the
pictures did
truth.
you see with Andy Dalton as they profile picture as soon as we signed Dak? If
Red
you did
rifle.
that, you need to go repent because you was wrong. Go ahead, boss.
He's more accurate.
I got-
more accurate.
Yeah, he's more accurate. He just as good as Dak. Now, the
if he
sad
gets-
part is
what if
this,
he gets
y'all. This
hot,
is the
Dak?
gospel
What
truth
if he
about
gets
our
hot?
fans. This is why I sometimes get mad at our fans, bro. Like, I get mad because our two-faced ass fans who want to say they want dogs. My boy Jay Tuck say, dog, we want dogs with no teeth. I've been going home on Twitter. Say, our fans want
Shout out
dogs
to you,
with no
pal.
teeth. That's a fact, bro. Because every time we start talking about guys that's imperfect in their attitudes, oh, they wouldn't fit the locker room. But this is what I want to say real quick that was sad. It was nothing Dak could do play-wise that was going to get him paid like being hurt.
Facts.
That's what brought him to the dance, Doc. Beautiful.
I'm stating facts.
And he
Best thing
couldn't
happened
play.
when he got hurt.
It put when
That's the best thing.
Hey, boss,
Yeah,
boss.
yeah.
You know what crazy? You know what's crazy? It was a situation that binded the Cowboys' hands and it forced their hand.
Hold on. Oh, I got to take this super chat. This is
You know what I'm saying?
that's a good question. Y'all will like
My
this
boy
one.
Action Pal says the comfort zone is cool, but nothing grows there in 1995. I heard that.
Check this out, y'all. This is a fire super chat. Fresh Prince in the house. He said, why does this soft stuff with the O-line keep happening under Martin, Tyrone Watch? Great players, but they got to be better leaders. What's y'all thoughts on
Very
that?
easy answer. Tyron Smith, it's hard to lead when they don't even know if you're going to play. You know what I'm saying? And
Man,
then-
I don't think
and
people
then-
keeping it real, bro.
and
I
then I'ma
think
tell
them
you this
boys
right here.
aging.
No,
Ain't nobody
Zach Martin-
saying the facts.
Listen, I was going to say
I'm
Zach
coming.
Martin,
Yeah, I come.
and then on the real, Zach Martin really ain't Zach Martin. I know y'all ain't trying to have that conversation right now.
Somebody, just something we gonna do it today or
I
what?
know y'all trying to have that
Yeah,
conversation right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But Osia Odigizura showed me that Zach Martin is not really Zach Martin.
Say that's the conversation people want to be afraid of right now. Cause see,
Yeah, I come.
we talking about filming,
Zeke,
but
Zach
my
gotta
boy
get it.
OC started saying this, and I started saying some Zach Martin last year. See, I'm already on record with my top 10 list. I'm already on record on my top 10 players list, and Zach Martin wasn't up there. He wasn't up there on
There
mine.
we go.
He wasn't up there on mine. I'm talking about before training camp, dog. Because I started seeing the aging last year, dog.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And then we start seeing the aging of T. Smith last year. So some of this regression.
Old in with G. Smith now. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let's talk about it. Can we just talk about it? We'll talk about it, Bishop.
Well, I go jump
Go
in.
ahead and finish it then.
Here I go. Sometime because you're so great at the beginning, you get this pass and you try to make sure that people think you're that same way later on down the road when that's really not the case.
Yeah.
Zach Martin, Tyron Smith made the Pro Bowl last year. How?
Popularity contest, man.
There you go.
He probably got in with the fan vote.
Come on now. He's living off those first 4 to 5, 6 years, and people will still say today, even though is it really the truth? We so messed up, y'all, that the Cowboy fans will say this: 70% of Tyron Smith is still better than about 28 left tackles in the game. That's a lie.
No, not today. Not today.
Stop it.
Not today.
No, it's not the
What'd you
case.
say?
You can't pull them out on the screen, man.
If you don't want me, somebody else will. I don't know. I don't
Big
know.
time.
Can't get out here.
What'd you
Can't
say?
get
You
out
can-
on the screen.
You can try it.
man. What left tackle can't get out on the screen? Come on.
Tyron
now.
Smith.
He cannot get out there. He's getting whipped now.
Think about this,
sometimes.
OG. Think about this, OG. That's why I was. Remember, boss, when I was telling you earlier, like, man, like
It's getting
the
real
Cowboys,
now. I
the
love
Cowboys
it.
have
Yeah,
already
come.
told you how they feel about Tyron Smith because
Damn.
you would be thinking that they would be hoping that he plays all 17 games, but they're not really hoping that. You know what I'm
They
saying?
not, bro.
They're not hoping that. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm telling you, that's why Cutter McGovern getting these starting reps, bro. They
Right.
preparing to replace him now.
Yep.
Why did they draft Tyler Smith? Smith. Come on.
Right. They preparing to replace
They're
him.
getting ready to go and say, we'll holler.
Yeah, we'll holler at you.
Thank you for you.
They hoping Tyler go be a match at that guard. They gonna want him to just get in there and be a fish in water. Then once they feel like he's stabilized at that, they gonna start cross training. And then as soon as T. Smith go down, they gonna say, go assume the role, son.
Yeah,
but you got to think about it. Tyler Smith looks like a damn tackle right now, especially.
Oh my God, yes he does.
I must wait he lost.
Yes,
he looks like a tackle.
And I want that. Yeah, that ain't for nothing too, Henny.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say, and Wesco's gonna feel me on this. Me and West peeped this last year. Before Neil was announced that he was gonna be a linebacker, we was like, this dude is gonna be the linebacker. Yeah. You know why we knew? Because he came in 20 pounds heavier. And we and Wesco saw it, was like, bro, ain't nobody talking about this, but this dude is big.
Hey, boss, it went just like this. I went to training camp and I was like, man, this dude is not about to play no damn linebacker, bro.
Safety.
Yes, I was like, he's not about to play no. He's about to be safety. No. You know what I'm saying? And then when I left training camp,
so Tyler Smith slims down to ideal tackle, but it ain't gonna happen. Nah, bro, it ain't gonna happen soon. But they got it in the works.
Hey, boss, check it out. Somebody, when he first got to Dallas, somebody told him to lose all that weight.
That you only do that in the offseason because somebody told you to do that.
Especially in your rookie year, bro.
Especially in your rookie year.
Be a guard. Like if you a guard, that extra weight helps.
That's why I said, who does he look more like, Zach Martin or Tyron Smith? He looks more like Tyron Smith.
Exactly. Come on now.
And he got to get his guard play up if he gonna even think about playing tackle.
Or they gonna have to put. This is the thing that I think that the Cowboys, and we're gonna end it on this. We've been on here 2 hours. This is what the Cowboys got to do with your first round pick.
They was just getting fun, man. We're getting to the weeds.
I wasn't through with my.
Me too. I'm really loving this. I'm like, now we don't win into some real football that ball scared to touch.
Cowboys have to. We bring it back.
Ball scared to touch this one.
Listen. Cowboys have more, no matter what you do, you got to make a decision.
Mm-hmm. See, people ain't peeping. They also moving McGovern over to that right guard.
You want to know why?
I saw it.
Because the answer, I'm going to tell you guys, the most honest answer right now is that their actions say they don't know. And that's why they're trying so much. You guys got to remember, this is the audience. The CBA regulates how much practice you can have. So listen to me. If I'm delegating, if you only got 4 hours of practice, and I know for a fact once that 4 hours ticks, I can't practice you that much, that means those hours are valuable. So you can't tell me that if he's practicing that he's not going to do it at some point. Because if he wasn't, why isn't he getting 4 hours of a position that he's supposed to be playing in 33 days? Think about this. No matter what happens, Tyler Smith is going to be our starting guard. One would think that he would be using all 4 of those hours. All 4 of those hours. Listen, I'm not trying to start no conspiracy, but I feel like there's 2 players on this team that have a hit on their head right now. I'm going to tell you, one of them is Tony Pollard, and the hit man is Kevon Turpin. Because why would an owner of $1 billion company say that the USFL wants to be used the same way an NFL guy is? That dude ain't even played in it. What? How you going to disrespect Tony Pollard like that?
Right, bro, crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then the second person that has a noticeable hit out on them, there is a bag out on this person's head, Tyron Smith. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably rightfully so, bro. You ain't played a full season since 2012. But I'm just saying like this. You can't put a hit out on a guy who then has to start a whole nother position, because we all know who play Madden that when you try to start someone in the same position, what is it that little screen says? You cannot start this one dude at 2 positions. It doesn't work like that. And think about this. If he's only getting 50% chance work at guard and 50% chance work at tackle, you know what that means? That means you're average, bro.
Yeah, he ain't going to be great at either one.
That means you're average.
Adequate time, man.
Because remember, this isn't high school. We can't meet up after practice and go work out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all,
closing
bro.
Closing thoughts. Go ahead, everybody. That was mine, and I'm gonna wrap it up at the end.
Oh man, I'm gonna need one more. I can close with this.
Go.
Filming is proving that he believes in cross training, bro. Cross training is something that we never really saw under the Jason Garrett era, and it has trained our fans to not believe in it. I think we got to look around the league. The league has shown, especially with teams like the Saints, that it's possible to cross train. And obviously it's not ideal. Even they'll tell you that at the Saints, but they still prepare for contingency plans through cross training. That's just what it is. So, like, I know a lot of people hate it. They get up in arms.
Really well on the offensive line too. They also draft really well on off. Like
but look what they did with Ron Ramczyk. Ron Ramczyk literally played all 5 positions on that line for the Saints.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ron Ramczyk, that
And we passed on him. Know that we passed on him.
We did. We passed on him for Taco. We did.
Oh, don't
listen, don't do Taco like that. Don't do Taco like that. Don't do Taco like that.
No. I'm doing Taco like that. Listen. I was into the draft day, and I knew I'm on record. See, I got screenshots of me saying this. I said that was the steal of the draft. I said, damn, bro. And it was because of his value. He was a top 10 grade that got picked in the late first.
You know how I feel about him. I've tried to.
I don't know why Tackle was out of style that year, but it was out of style, and he was an obvious combo player.
Well, I mean, to be clear, the Cowboys said that the reason why they drafted Taco because he was the last available defensive end that they had on their board that was out. That was basically out, not necessarily outside of the 100, but he was the top on their board at that time. But what you got to remember is when you're drafted that far in the second round, you're damn near getting a second round pick. So it's like if you.
So you might as well get the best talent available versus what you need. That was a need pick.
Yeah, why reward someone because nothing else is there? I don't like that. Like you're just getting paid because nobody else is here.
Wasn't TJ Watt on the damn board?
Yeah, but remember
the next pick. He was the very next pick.
But the reason why we didn't pick TJ Watt though, I'm gonna tell you, and I know people gonna get mad when I say this, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
The reason we didn't pick
4-3 defense
was a 4-3 defense, and you guys got to remember we had just drafted Jalen Smith the year before, and this was about to be his rookie season. You're not about to you just rehab Jalen Smith a whole year. You're not about to draft another linebacker in the first round in a defense that you're not playing. You know what I'm saying? So
because he was a 3-4 linebacker at Wisconsin.
Exactly.
So the only way you would have got him is you would have had to imagine him with his hand in the ground because there was no evidence of him doing that.
And you had D-Law.
Versus Taco has stats and he had his hand in the ground.
At that position.
And see, you got to think about the politics that come into scouting.
There you go.
Because see, when it come down to scouting, you got to have evidence. It ain't going to be like, I have faith in this guy. I just think he's going to be a dog. You're going to be the first one fired.
Especially if they pick him.
Right, bro. You can't know. So yeah, all of us that like TJ, we liked him because of his spider, his athleticism, and his tape. But if you was a scout, it would have been very hard to even get TJ. I don't care what you say. It's easy to say in hindsight.
How do you sell it to Jerry?
Because it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, because our defense was a major 4-3 with Rod, who had both of his defensive ends with their hands in the ground.
Yep.
You weren't seeing that from TJ.
Nope.
So even though athletically he was the best pick, obviously in hindsight he was the best pick. To make a case for it was a hard case. Just keeping it real. And most people don't keep it real. Most people lie. But I'm keeping it real on why it was hard on them scouts because they also thinking about job security. So that's why, to me, you got to think of it in this whole measure of what they was thinking when they got him. Yeah, it's easy to say it was the wrong pick. Yeah, it was. But you think you going to go to Will McClay and be like, hey, man, I think this guy can play in our 4-3. Okay, why?
At the time, it was the right pick.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's because once Will McClay go put you on the spot like that, you think a pro GM style VP scout not gonna want evidence because he got to prevent that. He got to present that to Steven. Well, I think this 3-4 outside linebacker can go play that defensive end, rush in with his hand in the ground.
Yeah. And boss, think about this. The Pittsburgh Steelers adapted their defense around him. TJ Watt wasn't just we draft him and then we just do everything else. No, the whole defense is centered around him getting sacks.
Yeah.
Like everything is centered around him. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Think about this. We have had 3 defensive coordinators since TJ Watt has been in the NFL. I would probably like to say that TJ Watt, if he's in Dallas, probably not even TJ Watt. I'm just being honest with you. Because I don't see a dude getting all them damn sacks with 3 different defensive coordinators. We had Rob Marinelli, you had Nolan. Now you had Dan Quinn. If he was in Dallas, TJ Watt would be on his 3rd defensive coordinator. Like imagine, you think like I love my boy D Love,
make a difference,
and that makes a huge difference.
That also says that you bet on players more than betting on scheme. That's a lesson from TJ. Is sometimes every now and then you got to be able to use your imagination with the raw skills of this player and envision them in your. See, that's why the OC was so dead right on draft day, because he predicted this. A lot of people say, "Ain't nobody knew that Michael Parsons was going to be that good at being a pass rusher." OC said it, but it was also there on his tape. You just had to envision it. You saw the pass rush at Penn State. You just had to envision it coming off the end.
You can't take in that situation. You can't take Watt and figure it out. You're not able to, because you can't even. That's not even the defense that you're running.
Right, but I'm saying a lesson from him is that sometimes you got to do it. Like, damn, this dude is because if you look at Taco measurables and you look at TJ measurables, TJ killed a spider. If you look at his spider where they measure the 3-cone, the 40, the bench, and all of that, his stuff is like full. So you can see on the spider diagram, he's a pretty. You look at Taco, it was very anemic, but he played in a defense that Rod was in. So they bet on the guy that was in their system. They put the system over the player.
And think about this, boss. They really don't even want to do that now, because still to this day, they still have not come out and said Micah Parsons is an edge rusher.
Right.
They're still calling him a linebacker.
Yes.
They're linebacker money and pass rusher money.
And see, that's another fight. I know. We said we was getting off, but dog, you keep.
Because Bishop.
I know, but you raising up.
Hey, I know. Bishop gotta go. Bishop gotta go. I know. But hey, go ahead. Go. Hey, we gonna bring this back. We gonna bring this back,
save it, dog, because I want to talk about that, because that edge debate. I got some strong feelings on that.
Henny, what's your next article?
Oh man, I had some stuff to tap on. I don't
tap on it and then tell me your next article. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro, you got hot at the end. Where's the show for me, dog?
Go ahead. Tell them what that next article is, man.
Man, so I'm finna get ready to drop in the next couple hours, because it's already Friday. I'm gonna drop my my projections for Saturday. Who gonna be starting? Who needs to play? What I want to see, all that other good stuff. I ain't got an official title for it, but I'm just gonna put this article out.
Who should be starting?
Yeah, we're gonna get this article out, and we just gonna go from there. But I need to see, man, because I need to see Cooper Rush. If Will Greer is not able to play, I need to see a majority of Cooper Rush, and I need to see the young wide receivers get the reps they need. I know it was good that they had this joint practice and stuff, but I need to see how they react getting hit full speed. I need to see how they react trying to catch the ball in traffic, knowing there's going to be a hit coming behind it. I need to see what they do in live game action. Now, I understand like the joint practice was cool and all, but when the lights come on, some guys can't handle that. Some guys are just practice players. So I need to know who's really about that when they go out there. But that's pretty much all I want to see from it. I don't care about the final score. I just need to see the offense be consistent. I need to see the young guys make plays. For dear God, I need to see the offensive line do something.
All right, Bishop, let me hear something. Let them know where they can find you at too.
All right. First things first, you can find me simply on, if you want to go to Facebook, The Big Time Show. The same thing on the YouTube channel. Just search out The Big Time Show. Turn on those notifications. I'll be with you guys on Saturday at 3 o'clock Central, 3 p.m. Central on Saturday afternoon to talk about what we talked about tonight. It was a whole lot, and I appreciate you, Wes, for allowing me to come on your show tonight. Always good to talk to Boss Cowboy as well. Here's my thing. If it walk like a duck,
you about to start it again.
Like
I'm trying to get off of you.
It ain't no turtle. You understand what I'm saying? It's a duck.
I'm trying to get off for you, OG. But go ahead, start it up there.
I mean, you have some final thoughts.
Man,
let me go and close real quick. So, if I'm still on the same thing. The last time I saw the Cowboys last year, we got out physical. The first time I see the Cowboys, we out physical. Something is wrong right there. It is. And we got to start pretending like we want it to be, what it is when it's not. You got to hold this stuff accountable. I'm starting to wonder, Wes, Boss, Gary, I'm starting to wonder, what happens. See, last year we were camouflaged with this thing. When the talent is so good, it can override the coaching. But what happens when the talent is not as good and the coaching stays the same? Do you hear me? Last year we had Cooper, Lamb, and Gallup out there. That's talent. You can override bad coaching, bad play calls, bad all that. What happens when the talent really is not as talented, and now you got the same coaches who are doing the same things that they did the last few years? We still trying to figure out about Tony Pollard. How do we get the ball? We still trying to figure out how many times we're going to get Ezekiel Elliott the ball. We still saying the same thing. How many times we need to turn it to a running team. We've been saying this for the last 3-4 years. My God, maybe it's just not in them. Man, and we got to deal with that reality, man. Everybody want Kellen Moore, a finesse offensive coordinator, to all of a sudden be a physical offensive coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not him. And we got to accept that. So I wouldn't be surprised.
But Bishop, let me interject on this real quick. It's not that we think that it's the fact that he's shown us he can be that. Look at the beginning of the year. Look at what we did to get to 6-1. We were one of the best running offenses in the league. When you go back and look at games, look at the game we played against Carolina. We had more rush attempts than we had passing attempts. That was a running team. That was a running plan that they put together and executed.
Yeah, so, but I'm gonna tell you,
camouflage it all.
But I'm gonna tell you something though, and I'm gonna sum it up. I'm gonna sum it up to this. I'm gonna sum it up to this right here. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody knows who they are and what they gonna do until you get punched in the face. And then when you get punched in the face, because I'm gonna tell you, the Dallas Cowboys are a totally different team when they're doing the punching. You know what I'm saying? Like when they punching on some Washington Redskins, the Eagles, and all these other dudes, we're a totally different team. You know what I'm saying? But when we go into a game when we know they're gonna be punching on us regardless of their record, we also a different team. So it's like I think that's what it was too. I think at the beginning of the season was kind of indicative of what it really was. But and also you got to think at the beginning of the season, man, a lot of teams don't know who they are. You really know who you are after week 10. You know what I'm saying? Week 10 is when the real dudes come out, and that's when you're going to see all these other veterans start signing. Hey, man, Bishop got to get up out of here.
I didn't finish. I didn't get my last word.
Go ahead.
I promise this here, too.
You did, though, because you said you was going to end it with this.
No. This one. This is the end. All right, I promise, too. So, I don't think it's quite time to panic. I think this is today we did get hit in our mouth. I think tomorrow would be the time to panic. If we repeat this with the lights on, this is panic time.
Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. Saturday it's panic time because with practice.
It's after midnight out there, boss. Oh, I salute you, bruh.
Oh yeah, and I got plenty more left in the tank, big dog.
I get it.
I got plenty left in the tank too. But check this out.
I get it.
So check this out. So yeah, you gave them the practice speech of we gonna protect each other, we gonna stay up, we gonna be professionals, and it backfired on you. You don't have that speech in tomorrow.
Nope.
That speech is this is what we've been waiting on. Now you get to turn it loose. Now you get to make this team. Now you get to crack some heads. You get to do it in front of the world. If they come out soft tomorrow, dog.
And Twitter about to tear their ass up. Twitter about to tear the Cowboy ass up. So
and then this is another thing. That's why I like you, Wes. Wes, that's why you my brother, bro. Because you just stole my point. That was my next point I was gonna make.
A whole day of hearing it.
They had a whole day of sitting in their beds with their favorite YouTubers
in Denver.
In Denver, ain't doing nothing because they resting them for tomorrow.
And you ain't going out after yesterday's practice. No way.
Right,
getting caught in Denver anyway.
They sitting at home. They reading these articles. They reading their Twitter. You saw what Michael Parsons said. We got hit in the mouth.
Hey, boss, they watching our show with their ghost accounts. What's
up?
They
watching it. But I'm just being real though. That's what's going on. So the OC talked about this, and it was true. You have up and down practices. That's because all of us played. So let's not be so fake to act like we had great days every day at practice. Goddamn lie, you're a lie.
Goddamn.
It was sometimes that offense got us, and we would come out and my bad. God forgive me. And we would come out the next day and be like, boy, say, bro, yeah, I'm rested. I've been in that ice tub. And we strap these pants on, let's go. So that's what we go see tomorrow. So I think everybody, we just need to just chill. And I just want to see these receivers continue to stack. I want to see this offensive line look like they got couched up and rebounded. I just want to see us improve. If we see that, then we see what we're supposed to see in this offseason. Not this offseason, in training camp. And then, let's continue to get better and get ready for Tampa.
Absolutely. Hey, man, well, we've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is one of my longest show of 2022. We're going to have to do this more often, man. This is why I like having multiple creators on here, because you literally get caught up in the content and not in the time. I'm going to be honest with you. When I be on here by myself, I be looking at it, man, is it 59 minutes yet? Okay, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? But when you have multiple creators on here, man, especially guys who all respect each other's opinions, man, it just makes for a beautiful thing, man. If you want to continue to see this, man, if you want to continue things like this, make sure you guys show that in the shares. Make sure you guys show that in the super chats, and make sure you guys show that in the subs. You know what I'm saying? If you guys like this, we'll see it in the numbers, and then guess what? We'll say, hey, we gotta continue to do stuff like this. Why? Because this is what the nation wants. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I appreciate you guys who all stayed up late and watched. I appreciate everybody that lose the last 10% of their battery to watch West Coast, Boss Cowboy, Henny Cowboy, and the Bishop. We appreciate you guys, and we just want to let everybody know, if you already know, man, never look down because the stars up. Peace.